Sorry about that. I had the Twitch in the background getting ready to go. Alright, so yeah, this is our channel. Today we're playing some almost said Dungeons and Dragons because I've been playing D&D so damn much. We're playing Vurt, Gutter Dreams. This is our campaign with the Vurt rule set. Vurt is a rule set built around built on what is the Cypher system by Monty Cook Games, and Vurt just does some really cool, neat, new things with it, including things like gear and other places where the Cypher system rules are a bit more, I'll say, lax, but also expands in other ways. Kind of takes it into deeper area as far as, I guess, psychologically, with some of the dreams and stuff, which we really haven't super got into yet. But I'm hoping that happens this session. So just FYI for those of you who were watching on the stream prior when we were doing reruns and stuff, I'm going to do a little retconning after the last game. Just for fun. You know, the story I had requires a little bit of a retcon on the last text for Eddie. And I don't think it'll change his course of action at all, but a little bit of retcon, but not much of anything, just to enhance the fun. So that's what we're about to get started. First, I will go around and just point out to players and let them tell you briefly who they're playing. And I guess we'll start with Jeremy, like we always do. Tell us what you're playing, buddy.
Hey, I'm playing Even One, a robot who's recently been infected with the Vurt, and so having some body changes. And I like blurb flies, which are like robotic organic drone things of the future.
Very cool, very cool. And I was actually watching the stream earlier when I was trying to catch up and stuff. Your character kind of looks kind of like Chappie, don't he? Like kind of like this blocky looking robot dude.
Yeah.
So for those of you in the fantasy grounds or whatever, that's not what his character looks like. We just had to have a picture. So I guess we'll go to Eddie next. Eddie, what are you playing?
Hi, I'm Eddie. I'm playing CJ Weaver. I am a Birdman speaker who works the room, and basically what I do is sweep beats and try to, keep outcasts fed where we live. And I made my great debut last session, actually in public, and that turned out pretty rad. So trying to keep up the momentum from that one.
Very cool, very cool. So you still keep up the momentum. You gonna put out some new blurbs and stuff, get the word out.
Oh yeah. I've been working on some
very cool.
Sick beats.
Cool. Robin, why don't you just tell us what you're gonna be playing today?
All right, I'm playing Paige, the dogman math magician who has done time. That's all I've got. You'll have to watch soon.
Very cool. All right. And I put in the overlay dog woman. I mean, it isn't, it's... Yeah.
It's all good.
All right, Sean, who are you playing?
Okay, so I am playing Maxwell, Hack. Everybody calls him Hack Martin. He's a hacker, basically. He is a Roboman Vurt explorer who hyper processes. Basically, he pretty much looks human. He just has a metallic kind of like sheen to his skin. And he is basically the group's tech guy when it comes to anything hacking, electronics, and computers. So
very cool. Yeah, and you've got like tech integration and all kinds of stuff.
I do. I have kind of like a data jack sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a cyber jack or a data jack and got to run or something. Yeah. Jeff, he's got something in his mouth. You ready, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm playing a pure dog warrior who makes it his problem, and he currently has no name right now.
Yeah, he's just stray,
as far as I know. But he's an ex-police dog who somehow got mixed up with this group, and has kind of made it his mission to take care of them.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, actually, he has amnesia too, so he has not been informed yet that he was ex-police, correct? And, okay, so, yes, we've got the characters announced, and then I'm going to go really quickly over the backstory a little bit more. So all of the characters are connected to an individual named Parker in some way. Parker he runs the Windbury Estates, which sounds fancy, but it's not. A rundown tenement in Trafford. Now, in this version of Manchester's gotten so big it's absorbed other cities and towns and that sort of stuff around it, including Trafford. All right, so Trafford is like well, I would say it's about a mid-sized district, kind of crammed up against the western edge of center, and it's actually been absorbed so long ago that now it's kind of downhill. It's kind of gone downhill at this point, and so it's not the best neighborhood. About the only thing really notable still there is the Manchester Vurt ball stadium, and so the rest of the town pretty much the rest of Trafford is pretty much just like cops don't even go there. It's so bad. That's just the situation. But Parker runs this tenement where he basically took in youth and people that were kind of cast out from society, mostly of people of mixed modes and stuff. Mostly non-dog mixed modes. It's not because of any issue with dogs, but because other places for dogs like Kennel and Turdsville and stuff are nearby. And yes, I just said Turdsville. All right. But so yeah, it's mostly like Shadow and Vurt mixed modes and that sort of thing. And but Parker is here, and recently last two sessions, Parker had some issues financially. The first issue was a greenhouse, and the players managed to, through a combination of selling drugs and a wonderful band stage event, managed to sell these drugs, put on a good show, fought off some purist gangs who were trouble, Red Roy, in fact, and but then also Parker took in an NVL. An NVL is a zombie, a U-type Shadow Man. They got a lot of different terms for these creatures, but think a ghoul from Fallout, but they're not accepted in society. Very much. They're the one mode that's pretty much just not allowed whatsoever. And there are tons of them around Manchester in the bleak, desolate land of Limbo, all trying to make it by and trying to slip into at least a modicum of civility that is Manchester. Well, this NVL has made his way into Manchester, and Parker took him in. Has him in hiding at this point in the story. And you guys have not checked in more on that issue. That's up to you guys if you do. He said he would handle it when he put you on the greenhouse issue. And so now that's up to you guys from this point on. I believe when we last left, everybody was still at Parker's, all meeting everybody and hanging out and things, except for Weaver. Okay, so Weaver... The minor retcon we're going to do is we're going to say that you got the text right from Reese saying he's got a black feather for you. And if you asked any more details about it, he says, I'll need to talk to you in person. This is good for you and Parker. That's what he says. So if you're wondering what we retconned the part where he talks about selling it. Okay. All right. Okay. So consider that, and you guys think about what you're going to do. All right. And think about what's next for you guys. And I'm going to put Robin in the hot seat. We're going to start with her because we're going to introduce her character. Okay. So the scene begins in the brightly lit, concrete room of the area you see in prisons where you got a glass, a bulletproof glass, and there's a table in the middle, and there's people visiting and stuff. And we hear the buzzer, the loud buzzer, as the door, the heavy metal door, swings open. Paige, you're escorted in by a security guard, a dogman security guard, and he just kind of he pushes you as he kind of throws you up towards one of the desks, and you see a person. It looks like a woman, probably in her mid-30s, streaked black hair, dressed quite nicely, fashionably, but still comfortably. Like she can move in it. And she's sitting on the other side, and you do not recognize her at all, Paige.
Okay.
And she seems to be waiting for you to pick up the phone to speak to her on the other side.
All right. So I nonchalantly pick it up. Are you my lawyer? That's what I say.
She says, she kind of smirks at that, and she says, no. What we have to discuss is going to get you out of the legal trouble you're currently in.
But you're not my lawyer.
No. But what I've got planned for you, if you accept my offer, is far better for you. You could be free today if you agree to my terms.
Today? Now I know you're playing with me. That's funny.
And then she interrupts you. She says, Reese. You remember Reese?
Yeah, of course I remember Reese.
Reese didn't use the black feather. Well, you may not actually know about the black feather, actually, because y'all had a bag of feathers, and you got left stranded. Cops got you. He took off with a bag of feathers. She says, Reese has a black feather, the same one that was in that bag 3 years ago. He still has it. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Someone needs to use the feather and do something for me.
I'm listening.
You've got about 5 days to get into the feather and make it through the gates. And then do what I need you to do. I need you to get someone out of this dream. And your character knows what that means.
Yeah.
You've done enough feathers to know what that means.
And so what's in it for me, out of character, is just getting out, right?
Yes. Free and clear.
If you swear that I get out, and that's all you want me to do for you, sign me up.
If you
Get me out
doubt what I'm capable of, you see her eyes like ignite into like this black fire, and you see smoke start coming from her skin. But no one else in the room is reacting to this at all. No one seems to be seeing what she's doing. Okay. She says, find Reese, because you need at least 2. Although I would suggest you find more. You know why I say you need 2, right?
Right. I know exactly why. And I will find Reese, because I've got a bone to pick with him. So, show me you can get me out, and I'm your girl.
All right, so her magic flares up, her eyes ignite again, smoke coming out of her skin. You're probably, your hair would stand on end at this point, because she kind of bursts up from her chair and starts screaming. But when she starts screaming, you see this black smoke come out of her eyes, her mouth, and all this stuff, and it heads straight for you. Okay, straight for you. And you lose control of yourself as it enters into your body.
Okay.
For a few moments, there is this like intense out-of-body experience as you're drug around the room, assaulting guards everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
That's awesome.
The guards are beating you, but you're still assaulting them. You actually do manage to get out through one of the guard doors before you're taken down back into the prison.
Oh,
This goes on for about 5 minutes.
okay.
You think that you're unnaturally strong in this current state. And then at some point, a billy club finds your face. Then you hit the ground, wet steel. I say wet because it's got your blood on it.
Okay.
Back of your head, you're out.
Damn. All right.
You wake up, gasping for air. Your body's shaking. You think you're being kind of a little bit bounced to the side, back and forth this way.
Okay.
You immediately recognize that you're bound up all over. Your vision hasn't come in. Well, either your vision hasn't come in or you're somewhere dark. You're still gasping for air because you think there's something over your mouth. Now I want you to make a might speed task. Might task, please. I'll say difficulty 2. It's just going to tell us how fast you get broken free from your bonds a little bit, or at least you're able to break your mouth free enough to breathe better.
Is there in Fantasy Grounds?
Yes.
Is there a way that I set the difficulty?
No, you'll just you'll roll the difficulty, and if you have any efforts or something, you apply those. But in this case, if you can't apply effort if you want, just take the untrained dice under skills and roll that.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it twice.
Wow. Okay, so you fail. So you're gonna take 2 points of might damage as you're suffocating a little bit.
Okay.
But you eventually rip free, and your hands are still bound, but you've managed to swing your head around enough and bite enough at the shrink wrap around your body to be able to breathe. And then the stench of just death just wafts over you. And after a few seconds, you realize you're in a corpse wagon full of other corpses.
Okay.
I said other corpses, by the way. Yeah. And you're back. You're conscious, but you're still in this wagon. I want you to roll Escape Artist to see if you can get out of your bonds. That's going to be a difficulty 4.
It's a pretty good roll.
Okay, so
right?
difficulty 4, you still failed. Oh, yeah, you succeeded. Yeah, sweet. Okay, you beat it by 2. Okay, so you, with your Escape Artist, you managed to maybe pull your arm up enough to push the shrink wrap down and things. Actually, yeah, and you actually, maybe you still have that shiv that you still have, right? Because you had a prison shiv, maybe you hid it somewhere and tucked it away good so they didn't find it. They don't search a dead body because they don't really see the value in searching a dead body. So you use the shiv and kind of cut it free. And then that's when you realize there's about 20 or 30 other dead bodies in this big bus looking thing. Or this big, U-Haul or something. And it's jostling side to side. And you hear a slamming fist against the back door probably after you start walking around and trying to figure out where the hell you are for a moment or two. You hear a slamming fist. It sounds like a hand slamming against the door of the back.
Is that all I hear? Nothing no talking on the outside?
No talking or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down near all the dead bodies. Just I'm gonna take a deep breath before I do it, and then just get down and kind of huddle and just wait to see what happens.
Okay, so eventually the door flies open, and you see a dog man hang on for dear life as the door swung open faster and more abruptly than they thought. Probably because the truck took a turn or something. And he stumbles and just lets go just because he can't lift himself up. And he just rolls to the pavement below. And you see a car coming up behind swerve around and you recognize the face of the driver in that car. It's Reese.
Okay, so he's following me. My truck is still in motion.
Yep, your truck is still in motion, and actually make a speed roll. I'll say difficulty 3. And I don't think you have any skills that'd be appropriate for this. Let me check.
I don't think so.
No. You can use effort if you want to, because the bodies start to kind of, like, you feel like you're going up a hill, and you think some of the bodies are going to start flying at the back, and you're on top of these. So
how would I apply like effort to my roll?
you would just add it as an asset to the untrained. You see, there's a T there under.
Okay.
Actually, that T should be. Look at that. All right. So yeah, you put just click and put 1 in there. No, it throws it off when it moves it around like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So just put 1 in that spot beside. There you go.
All right. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you're agile. You're agile. All the bodies start shifting. There's this open door on the truck, and they just start sliding out one by one, at least to the point where there's still a heap of bodies, but there's not like this tremendously high number of them, right? And they start sliding out, and you immediately catch yourself and realize what's happening, and you jump to the side and grab on to the hinge of that other door. And when you do that, you see this woman. She's on the outside, kind of like agilely pressed up against the other door, because it was a double door.
Okay.
And she's looking around at you. And she says, "Come on, we don't have all day. They'll figure out we're here." And what do? You want to?
Okay.
You can't really see outside because of where you're holding it now. Do you want to look around and see the situation?
Yeah. Are there other than Reese's car, are there other vehicles like in pursuit of us, or?
There are no other vehicles in pursuit of you, but you look around at Reese's car, and it looks like he's inching closer and closer and closer. And you see this black-haired girl who's wearing more appropriate attire right now. And as he gets closer, she leaps from the truck to the car and lands on the hood.
I'm just gonna follow her. I'm gonna do it.
All right, cool. Make a speed roll. I'll say it's difficulty 4 as well. So unless you want to spend effort, then
no. So do I still roll that from untrained or just from the speed?
Yeah, untrained. Just untrained with no modifier. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh my god.
Okay, so you actually failed that time. So what happens is don't worry. Okay, you didn't roll a 1. Okay, so you actually land on the car, but you slip when you hit the car, and your shoulder and body go like straight on into the top of the hood, and you take 2 more might damage. So you should have a total of 4 might gone. So there you go. You've also lost some speed because of you used effort. So your speed is down.
11. Or 9.
9. Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Got it.
You feel pretty beat up, Just these last moments have been quite harrowing. And so both of you get into the car, and Weaver looks at you. Sorry, not Weaver. Reese looks at you, and says, "Hallelujah! You've risen from the dead."
I wish I could say the same for seeing you again.
Oh, come on. No love lost?
No. You owe me 3 years of my life. I went down for you, right?
He says, if it happens again, I would gladly do it for you. Sometimes that's how this thing works,
Happens again. I'm not dealing for you ever again. You realize that, right? Like, it's not happening.
Well, we all got a chance to get some money here. This Victoria here was telling me about the offer.
Yeah. You've got a black feather. We're going in it.
And at that
Right.
moment, you see behind the car the lights of MPD coming up behind you guys. And so now he's going to try to evasively drive. So he loses focus on what you're saying, just looks in the mirror and says, "Shit!" And he just starts jamming on the gas and trying to weave through traffic. So we're going to jump to when he loses the cops. Okay?
Okay.
And you guys are coming up in his apartment. And, like, how was that ride to his apartment? Was it quiet? You just still busting his balls? Or how does that
I was
work?
probably busting his balls the whole ride. Like, you
Yeah.
jerk, left me, you did all this crap.
Well,
I
at
spent
one
3
point-
years."
At one point, while you're calling him all these names under the sun and everything, he says, "Victoria here's offered us lots of credits. If you're that mad at me, take the credits and go when we're done with the mission."
I mean, I like money, so. Hey, I'm an honest person. What can I say?
He says, "But I've already called another friend. We're going to have to split the take. You know we need more for this feather."
All right. So my lip, or my little dog mouth, whatever, curls in disgust, obviously, because I much prefer not relying on other people unless they have something to offer me in exchange.
Yeah.
How many other people? I take it you already have people in mind. I say to Reese.
He says, and this conversation is still going on as you're getting out of the car. And he's walking
Yeah.
up into his tenement, and he says, "Does you remember Weaver?"
Yeah, I remember Weaver. He's
I've
all
called Weaver. He's got some friends now. Maybe they'll help us too. But we at least got Weaver. I don't think that's enough, though.
Can we trust these people more than I could trust you, for example?
He kind of smiles at that and looks back, and he says, "Probably more than you can trust me."
All right.
And so this is a good point to describe Reese. He's kind of a craven looking man, kind of a bony face and kind of thin framed, and he's one of those people that doesn't realize he's starting to lose his hair, right? So his receding hairline's going back and stuff, and he hasn't started wearing hats and stuff, figured it out yet. He's got a black coat over his shoulders and stuff, and he takes you into his apartment, which is a shithole like it's always been. Never taken care of it. He's not that kind of person. He's not diligent at all. And so you're inside, and he says, "We're waiting here for Weaver."
Where's he at? You didn't have all of this ready to go, man?
He should be here any minute. You might want to just enjoy your freedom for a bit. Walk around.
I don't trust
Here.
freedom.
And he hands you a blue feather. He says, "Just
Nice.
take this. Enjoy this for a bit."
All right, I take the feather.
Okay. This is a lucid blue feather, just that you can just kind of, like a piece of entertainment, you can just kind of enjoy,
Okay. Sweet.
What kind of genre, like Hollywood Vurt, is this? You want to describe it to us?
Okay. I wasn't ready for this.
It's kind of like a movie,
Okay.
but in a feather. You feel it virtual reality wise.
Okay. So for me, it's shit.
Because he'd hand you a feather that he knew you liked,
I know. It's
Yeah.
like a wrestling match between a bunch of purebred dogs, like dog fighting. That's what it is. So I'm watching
Nice.
this
That's
world
totally a thing.
championship dog fight, and these dogs are just getting mauled, and the crowd's going crazy.
Very cool.
Something like that.
The feather is from the eyes of the referee. So you're up in the action,
Yeah.
And of course you can
Nice.
see his calls because you're in his eyes. So you
Yeah.
can yell out while you're in your lucid blue when he makes a bad call.
I'm like, yeah,
And,
get him.
And this aired 2 days ago. And this is totally legal, by the way, because dogs can give consent now. So,
Right.
all right. So you're enjoying that. Weaver, you kind of made your way through Trafford and gotten over to Reese's old place. He's in the same place he's been in the past. Nothing new. It at least seems like his life has kind of stayed still for 3 years. Or at least I'd say it's probably been about 5 years since you've seen him. So he's in the same place, the same rundown car you see on the outside. His life has not moved. And the last time you knew Reese, he fancied himself a feather dealer. He wasn't particularly good at getting things from people because he's not got that kind of personality, right? But he fancies himself one. He's a user who liked to dream big. Is that making sense? He's the pothead who decided to be a dealer,
Sure thing.
And yeah, and so what do you do? Do you just can go inside and say hello? Is there anything you're gonna do when you get there, or what? By the way, you hear random gunfire in the distance.
Oh, that's normal. Yeah, that's not gonna face me off. But the fact of just coming here on such a random notice to get this call for this black feather after 5 years, so I just kind of look at the door and look up and kind of like take a deep breath and like kind of like give a sigh and ruffle my hair a bit, like here goes nothing. I'll just knock on the door.
Very cool. All right. So you knock on the door, and it takes him a moment, but Reese opens the door. You see he looks the same as he's always looked, unchanged, except his hairline's gone back a little further. And he says, "Weaver, how are you?"
Hello, Reese. You haven't changed a bit. Good to see you, man.
He says, "Good to see you too. Got some great business here that I want to talk to you about. Come on in."
All right, thank you.
And so I should have mentioned Victoria, what she's been doing. Did you try to interact with her at all when you came in, or did you just take the lucid blue and?
Oh no, he said feather. I was like, okay, sign me up. And
All right,
so
okay.
I'm just like tripping out somewhere.
Very cool. All right, so Victoria has just kind of she's standing by a window as you come in, Weaver. You see a long black-haired woman, probably mid-30s, pale-skinned, wearing a black coat and black jeans, you imagine, and boots. And she turns as you enter and just kind of looks at you briefly, but she doesn't give any expression, and then just looks back out to the window. She looks like she's looking for something in the window. She's not just staring aimlessly. She's looking for something. And Reese says, about that feather. There's more to the story than this, but let's just say Victoria here has offered lots of money for us to go into this feather. A black feather I did possess. That's right. He, for the first time, says did possess. And get someone. And I know, Parker's been hurting. I heard about the greenhouse. I heard about the purgers. This is a good chance to help Parker out. What do you think, man?
I kind of look around a bit, take a look at the shadow woman that I don't know is shadow woman, but I'll just take a look at her and go, is she all right?
He kind of looks at you and looks back at her and kind of whispers close. He says, "I'm not convinced, friend. Something's off about her." But these shadow girls, that's what they're like, man. They're creepy, man. You know how they are.
I'll give a faint smirk, kind of like the hinting that maybe I know what you mean. Um, and go, well, listen, man. There's always the risk. I mean, it's a black, but things are tough right now, and whatever help we can get, I I think we should do it. But we do need to take certain precautions, at least the minimum.
He says, well, yeah, there's a little bit more than that. He says, but you said more help. Do you got anybody that can help us? I mean, I've got me and you, and then he points over to the couch, and you see Paige. She's like slouched on the couch, like only her head visible, and she appears to be basically unconscious as she's deep in this lucid blue. He says, she's floating right now.
Oh, right. Uh, what you gave her there?
Oh, it's just a lucid blue. She'll be fine.
Right now, I'm just checking to see if it's not too late to join in. Has it been 10 minutes?
No, yeah, actually, you could probably join in on it if you want to.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and uh, kind of like not to be like delaying the thing, but just to yeah, get a feel around the room or like around the house, see what's up. So I'll just try to keep it cool and casual, like I'm not worried about anything.
Yeah. So you're just
Yeah,
like walking around the room and checking things out.
yeah, on my way to get that blue
Yeah,
feather.
yeah. The blue feather, she's got it in her hand. She slid the lucid blue in, and then just kind of roll back. It's lucid, so she really doesn't have to be unconscious, right? I forgot that lucid blue is really more like you can kind of see what's going on around you, you know. So she's kind of here, and so she might see you. In fact, Robin, Paige would see someone getting close. You know, call it the prison in her, maybe.
Okay.
You know, always nervous. And so, like, that corner of your eye while you're having this feather, you see him, Weaver, walk by. He looks at you as he walks by, and he starts to reach for the feather in your hand. You stop him?
Nah, I'm gonna let him.
All right.
It's
Okay.
kind of like I'm like holding it like super nonchalantly, but in my head I'm like processing everything going on.
Very cool. Okay, so Weaver, you start to take the feather, and you take it from her hand. At that moment, you look around, and you see lights, blue and red, flashing. Actually, I think Britain's blue and yellow. Police lights flashing outside.
I just give a shout to Reese, like Reese.
He says, "Yeah." Victoria looks out the window. Says,
Do I notice the police lights?
"Yeah." I'll say that you after he says something about it, you kind of start looking around, and then you notice them too.
Okay.
At that moment, you look up and you see the lights. Paige sees the lights, and then you look at the shadow girl, Victoria, and she looks at y'all and rolls her eyes, and then she disappears in a puff of black smoke.
Mother effer. I was gonna ask her like I thought we were good. Damn.
I think I'll just grab Paige by the shoulder and kind of yell a little bit, like, "All right, love, time to jerk out. We gotta move."
Where can we go?
Reese says, "Well, I know Weaver doesn't have any wheels, but we can get back in mine." Now it's not hard to come to the conclusion that this is how they fucking know where you are, right? I mean, Reese is like the worst criminal in the world. His car is registered to him at his apartment. I mean, this is the reason why he went to jail in the first place.
I know I don't trust him. I'll just do it. Okay. if
You're
I look
better
around,
off taking off down the alleys
yeah,
and
that's what I'm
hiding
gonna
than
do.
you are
I'm
getting
just
back in
gonna,
the car with Reese.
I'll like, I know he's got like his hand on my shoulder or whatever, but I'll like jerk it away and I'll be like, either come with me or go with Reese. I'm going out the back, and then I just turn around and start going towards the alley.
Okay. All right. And Reese, before you run off, he says, "Wait, take this," and he's got a duffel bag.
All right, I just grab it,
Yeah.
sling it over, and just keep on going.
Okay. What do you
I
do?
turn back once and I'm
Weaver.
like, Weaver, let's go.
I go, yeah, sure, after you. And I just run, run after her.
Okay, so there's a flight of stairs. You can either go down the flight of stairs and it will delay you, or you can leap over the banister of the stairs down to the parking lot below and roll off towards the alley. If you want to do that, it'll make your next check to get away 2 degrees less difficult. But you're going to have to make a speed test and you might take damage. It'll be an easier check, though, because you're just jumping off the edge. You just might take damage.
I'm jumping. I jump.
Bring it.
All right. Okay. All right. So I want both of you. First, we'll do Paige, and then we'll do you. Paige, it's going to be a difficulty 2 test, and that's to fall and roll safely, and it's going to be a speed test. Weaver, the same for you. Do y'all want to use effort at all?
This speed. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a skill appropriate for this that either of you guys
No,
have.
I'm just. I won't apply effort.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Paige.
Nah, yeah, I won't
All right.
use that word.
All right. Roll untrained, Paige. All right, good deal. You guys both made it, barely made it. Okay, so Paige almost loses her footing when she lands on a car, and
My feet are so big.
but Weaver catches it and lands pretty gracefully. Reese he says, "Wait for me, guys," and he starts to leap over the edge, and he has his foot in the wrong place. Anyways, he ends up falling onto the car instead of jumping onto the car. And when he comes up with his face up, you see blood all over his face from where he busted his nose against the hood of the car. And he's trying to act all tough. He says, "Don't worry about me, go." All right, so this will be a difficulty instead of I was gonna say 4 to get away from the cops. I'm gonna say 2 now because you guys did that. Okay, so make another speed roll, difficulty 2. All right.
Oh my god.
Well, you're cutting it close, ain't you, every time?
Can't roll for crap.
Oh my gosh, Weaver! You roll a 1, buddy!
oh,
Woo!
magnificent.
Woo! Okay,
Let's
so
make
what
the story.
happens is Paige slips on by. She gets a little bit distance between her and Weaver. And Weaver turns the corner, though, and he sees a cop down the other narrow alley between a fence and another brick structure. And so the cop pops a shot at you. You need to make look at the cops, NPCs. Let's see what level they are. What a flesh cop is. It's difficulty 3. This is gonna be you got to roll a 9 or better. Do you want to spend effort on this or get shot?
This is speed also.
Yeah, speed.
I'll apply some effort this time.
All right. I think your speed should be at max. You guys rested a lot.
Yeah,
Did you guys
I
rest?
forgot to ask that. Like, are we back to full?
I can't
In
remember
class
how
session?
much do you guys rest. Do you remember, Jeremy or Sean?
I remember us resting, but I don't know that everybody was able to heal all the way. I don't
That's
know.
right. That's right. Y'all rested, but you didn't heal it all the way. That's right. Okay, so y'all spent a day resting, but the way the recovery rolls work in this, you didn't get up to full. All right. Yeah. So Weaver, you're still tired and a little beat up from the day before. You want to make you want to spend effort on this? You got 7 now, speed.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, so it'll bring you down to right down to 4. Okay. Robin, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Do I see the cop popping shots?
You've already run past, and you see Weaver like a deer in the headlights stop, and like you look back and you see him stop, and let's see how he does.
Oh my god.
Nope. No, wait. Yeah, he did make it. He made a difficulty 2. Yeah. Reduced it by 1. Yep. Oh, man, you just barely made it. Dude. You just... No.
Alright, so I see
No, you
all
didn't
that
make it.
happen.
No, you didn't make it.
Damn. Okay.
No, that's right. The way this system works is it tells you the difficulty you would have made, not the difficulty it actually is. So you actually failed it by 3. All right, so you're going to take 4 might damage as a bullet cracks into your like slides and like hits you right in the arm. All right.
Damage.
Yeah.
Do I-
So, but you guys do
I have
escape.
armor, so I take 1 point less, right?
No damage doesn't. Oh, you have armor?
I think so. I'm not really sure. I think I wrote it down here, but I'm not sure.
You'll find it. If you find it, then I'll change it. But I don't think anybody had any armor.
Alrighty. You said 4, right?
Yeah. So you're at might 6. You're not looking too hot, buddy.
Alrighty,
But you
I got
guys
it.
do manage to make it away. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And so you guys get free, struggling, leaving blood everywhere, nose bleeding. You guys get away from his place. At a moment where you have to catch your breath, mainly Reese has to catch his breath, right? Because he's the one who knows about the mission. It's kind of one of those situations where like you can't abandon him because you'll have no info, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot
So
about that.
yeah, and so I'm assuming you guys get free enough, and then you stop and let him take a breather, and he covers his nose. He says, "Maybe you should call your friends now, Weaver." I'm bleeding.
Yeah, I think I have to. We need all the help we can get.
All right, so
Oh, I guess.
you know that you can reach even or Mac both without a PDF because they'll be connected at all times because they're robo, you know. So no, actually, you actually have a PDF, don't you, Jeremy?
I do, yes. Hanging from one of my earrings. Oh, I mean, like an earring.
Yeah, Jeremy does too, though. That's all right. It's just Hack that has the what do you call it, the computer. So you can call either one of those guys.
All right, I'll get I can I conference call?
Yeah, but you don't have a drone to act as your camera, so it would just be, you know. Oh, conference call. Sorry, not video conference. Yeah, you can conference call both of them, sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, audio only.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing. Does it ring? I don't even know. Like, how do they know I'm calling?
They don't really describe in the books, but I think earlier I described the PDFs as kind of pulsing with energy. Probably a little bit of vibration in them, you know, maybe even warmth, so you know it's going off, you know. Okay, so he calls you up.
So-
Yo.
Yeah, so I just pick up. I'm like, Weaver, what's up, man?
So, hey guys, you remember that meeting for the Black Feather that I mentioned that I was going to?
That was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it turns out it wasn't that safe, and it's not even started yet. So, yeah, I'm bleeding, by the way.
Oh, shit. I'm like, how bad?
You're not the only one. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, a little flesh is gone, but that's cool, right? It'll grow back, I guess.
Pain, no gain, right?
Yeah, true.
I have a question, Jeremy. Does your character sound like a robot? Because he looks like this big blocky like robot like Chappie or something from District 9. but like he's saying stuff like "yo, homie" and stuff like that. Like, does he sound like a robot? Is it like "yo, homie"? You know, what is that?
Sure, but I'm not gonna do a voice.
I was just curious. You know what it sounds like. Does he sound like he's just sound like you? You know?
No, yeah. Let's just go auto tune and really grate
Yeah.
on people's nerves.
Nice. And two, maybe he has like two mouths, so it's kind of stereo sound. Nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought it was funny. Go ahead.
I'm okay at, I have the healing skill, kind of like out of character. So just let you know, I'm like, hey man, I can patch you up if I can just track down a first aid kit, help you out a little bit if you don't want to go to the hospital.
No, I think I'm good. I just need some rest.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do need some help with that black feather mission. So I think it's a good time to meet up and kind of plan this out if we all want to get some benefit from it.
Okay. All right. Where do you want to meet?
Yeah, do we have anywhere to meet other than
Yeah, because if you're bleeding, I don't think what's his name would want you showing up.
Oh, you mean Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Parker is not a good place to meet. That is true. We do have some heat.
Do I hear them mention Parker's?
Yes.
Like, can I hear this from the one?
You hear
side?
Weaver's side, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just processing. I don't do anything.
Just look at it this way. Weaver's already harboring an NVL. I mean, it's not like he's avoiding illegal things.
Yeah.
You don't think kids have brought illegal shit into his house the last 20 years at some point?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know how he felt about people showing up that are bleeding.
I mean, we were
You never showed up
selling
bleeding.
drugs to make money for him. So.
But you didn't tell him you sold drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize this.
Just magically showed up in his lap.
Of course, I'm just a dog, so what the fuck?
Yeah, Jeff, this is actually what's happening right now. While you're talking to them, like some Vurt kid, like half human, half Vurt kid thing, is feeding you dog biscuits. And eventually he runs out of dog biscuits and raids Weaver's kitchen and starts getting real food. And he just keeps putting it in front of you. Do you just keep eating it?
Hell yeah, I'm a dog.
You're starting to think maybe like he doesn't really spend time with dogs. And he just keeps feeding it and petting you.
I'm really liking this kid.
Nice. Jeff, do you want an intrusion for 1 XP?
Sure.
Jeff, you eat so much you actually start to get sick. Just gonna like gorge yourself, right? You're a dog. Right? Alright, so mark 1 XP. Unfortunately, you don't get any XP for that GM intrusion, Weaver, because you roll a 1. That's something I didn't mention actually earlier. If you roll a 1, that's an automatic GM intrusion without any XP. So, okay, so what do you guys do? Y'all meet up?
Yeah.
Parker's?
So, yeah.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, some purist will show up and just,
Like last time.
who knows, right?
We'll be out of it. It'll be okay.
So we'll skip. Okay, so I think this is interesting, okay, because Trafford is a big district. You're like literally walking across the entire town of Trafford, okay? It was a town at one point by itself. So do you guys, like, all shot up, get on a metro? Or do y'all spend, like, 2 hours walking to Parker's?
Me and Weaver, we're going to walk because I don't trust Metro.
All right.
There's like security guards in the metro station.
Not this one. You are completely safe. What you got to worry about is gangs here.
Oh,
You're talking about a robot-controlled tram that comes in, picks people up with a card that you swipe.
Right.
You're more likely to get robbed.
Automaton.
I'm sorry, Jeremy?
We prefer the term automaton, I think.
Autogen. Autogen.
Autogen.
Yes.
My character wouldn't be worried about gangs, like at all.
Yeah, you know Trafford
Like,
is like, if there's a cop, there's a vert ball game. There's a big vert ball game, and like there's like 100 arrests every vert ball game from all the violence and protests and riots. When there's like really heated vert ball games. And then after that, the cops just leave Trafford. They don't come
What
back
is
for another week.
vert ball?
It's basically
The best
soccer.
sport ever
It's soccer.
invented.
I'm from America, so I call it soccer. But it's soccer, but with everybody takes these lucid blues and they get into the or just regular blue and they get into the bodies of their favorite players and stuff. They
I
sell
got
them at
you.
like the Vurt and stuff at like the stores and stuff every week. Yeah. It's football. Football.
Gotcha.
And you know they already get fired up about their football over there in the UK and stuff. So you guys love your football. Okay, so do y'all do the metro?
What do you want to do, Weaver? You want to take the metro or walk?
Since nowhere is safe, I think we should do the quickest way.
All right, metro it is.
Yeah, all
The whole
Trafford is
time
unsafe.
though, while we're down there, I'm like walking like puffed up, like flexing, trying to like look super imposing.
That's actually a good time to describe your character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So my character, she looks like a human body wise, except she has dog feet and then dog hands with like, well, I mean they're like kind of human like, but she has claws. And then her head is like all dog, like straight dog, kind of like Anubis, like if you're into Egyptian mythology. Pointy ears. The face shape, if you are like totally into dog breeds, she looks like a Great Dane who had their ears cropped. And she's like all steely gray colored with like a little bit of black spotting. But yeah, basically like Anubis type look. She's super buff. She's been like working out while she was in prison. And she has a couple of tattoos. I haven't really like thought of what they are, so don't ask me to describe them. But yeah, that's like, oh, and she has a white mohawk, and that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. So we see this
already.
we see this dog woman like come into the metro in front of Weaver, and then Reese leaving dabs of blood on the ground as he's found a napkin or something at this point to use this on his nose. And so you guys are on the tram, and after a few moments after it starts, you see the smoke appear again, and there's Victoria.
How nice of you to show up again.
She says, "Well, all this running and fighting is getting on my nerves, so I didn't feel the need to stay."
I'll ask. Did you find what you were looking for?
Well, that's up to you guys. You get in this feather. You get my friend out. I'll be happy then.
Has she given us the feather that we're supposed to take?
She doesn't have it. You ask her where it's at?
Yeah. I ask her so where's the feather at?
Ask the wonderful feather dealer, Reese.
And I kind of like look like super pissed off, and I like cock my head at Reese. Reese, do you have the feather or not?
He says, "No." He says, but I know where it is. I know where it is.
I don't trust him. Oh my God.
He says, "Look, okay, this is what happened. Hold on. This is what happened. This is what happened. After you got grabbed, I put it in my stash. Bottletown. I put it in the stash in the railway lockup with the lockers, I used to have in Bottletown. I put it in there. Well, it wasn't my fault. 2 weeks later, some autogen gang just took over the place. But so I wasn't going to go back in there and face down those autogen for black feather that I knew didn't do anything.
What do you mean it doesn't do anything? Wait.
Well, I found
How do
two.
you
Okay,
know
so
it's still there?
and at this point, Victoria rolls her eyes and she says, "Idiot," under her breath. And he says, "I had 2 of those feathers, identical feathers, 2 of them. Well, I tried one out. I went inside. Well, all I saw was this like thorny wall, like a wall of thorns, okay, and like a door that was covered with thorns, and there was this guy in a robe sitting outside, just kind of being there. It was so weird. It was just, anyways, he said that it's not open yet, and he said you can only show up when the door opens to get inside. So I wasted the whole feather.
Oh my god. So how do you know that the feather is still in your locker?
Well, you know I had that secret compartment back in the locker. No one was going to find it. Plus the key code lock and...
Man, if it's not there, I swear to God.
Victoria says it's there. It's there. Look. I can't go in there, okay? Because I'm just as vulnerable as you are. I'm not facing down a bunch of autogen by myself. And I need you guys to go get it anyways. Because I need you in the feather.
Well, I'm going. If I say I'm doing something, you know me well enough to know that I am good for my word.
She says, go in the feather, find Alton Gray, get him out. All right? Alton Gray's been stuck there for 20 years. I need him out.
All right. Where's Weaver's people? That's all we need now.
All right. So she puffs away in a puff of smoke. She's gone. Okay. So you guys meet back up at Parker's, and I apologize. We're already like a 45 minutes, an hour in. Jeez. And some players are just not getting to play. Okay. So yeah, no, that's no problem.
Sorry.
All right. So you guys are all there together, and we're just gonna zoom ahead and say that you've all met together. And maybe you're sitting in like a private room or something, maybe. Like one of the rooms that he just kind of keeps kids in or something whenever they've, needs to keep them isolated or something. And so you're all kind of in here by yourselves together. And Stray, of course, you're following Sean around, right?
Yeah, I'm probably like laying down feeling sick.
Yeah. But also, too, there's a dog woman here now. Right, so you found a familiar scent, That's how dogs are, right? I mean, they but like
Since I see him, I have a look of disgust on my face. Hopefully, that will deter him from sniffing me.
Nice. If you totally sniffed her, that'd been hilarious. All right.
He definitely would come up to whoever he's friendly sort. So.
Yeah. Well, she gives you that cold look. Like,
I can actually communicate with it.
Yeah, you can talk to her. It'll be through barks and growls, but y'all understand each other.
Right.
Yeah.
I just ignore him. for now.
Ooh.
For now.
Ooh. And Stray's just kind of like slowly making his way around because like the world is spinning, right? He's eating so much and yeah. Nice.
Eat myself sick, yeah.
But you're feeling like you could participate, right, in the story. So please feel free to participate or wander off and go bother some kids. Just we'll do that if you want to do that. Tell me what you want me to do. Okay, so we'll assume that you guys have all the information now. You've met Reese, the cowardly, kind of craven, bony man. You're all here together. And I think we've all described each other's characters, so y'all kind of have an idea of what the scene
Actually,
looks like.
when Reese shows up, like the dog's probably like he kind of like he doesn't like him too well. Just kind of like he kind of growls at him.
Nice. Reese keeps his distance away
He
from you.
seems shifty.
He's totally shifty. Yeah. And there's something about him that just.
I mean, these are the type of people that I used to grab by the pant leg and bend to the ground.
Right. Okay, so you guys, we'll say y'all catch everybody up to speed. Everybody's up to speed on the information. There's a black feather, and I'll summarize to help you guys out. There's a black feather. Some kind of powerful shadow being named Victoria wants someone that's been stuck inside this black feather. All right. The problem is that Reese doesn't have the effing feather no more because he's an idiot. Well, Victoria may be powerful, but she can't get that feather on her own. She seems to also need you guys for going into the feather, which is intriguing all on its own. The mission is to get someone out. The problem is that A, you don't know when the doors open, and B, you don't know what kind of feather it is. So you guys can try to make rolls maybe here to see if you know more about this feather based on Reese's description of it, what happened, if you want to. Who would be interested in doing that kind of thing?
So, out of character, do we know what a black feather is as opposed to blue and
Yes.
regular?
Sorry, I didn't know if I need to catch you up on that. All right, so black feather is a completely like catatonic, like you're there unconsciously, right? Always there. It is probably, besides a yellow feather, it is like the most real experience you're gonna get in the Vurt world. Okay, you can die in a black feather.
Okay.
You can die in a black feather. They're very common. Certain ones are very common among featherheads. Right? It's a good chase. Right? It's a good chase. It's a good high. It's a good thrill. It's like being there, if you will, or possibly better than being there, depending on who you are and what you think. The main thing, though, for you players to know is that feathers give experience points, and that's the main thing. That's the driving force for the players in this game for feathers. Is that's how you earn XP, by exploring the Vurt world. So, all right. So, and I will tell y'all, there's going to be plenty of XP for completing this black feather. Trust me. Now, did anybody want to see if they know anything about this feather with skill rolls, perhaps?
I'll give it a try. I assume that I've seen my fair share of feathers.
Yeah, you can make the appropriate intellect roll. If you want to spend effort on it, you can. Do you want to? I don't think you have a skill related to that, but
I don't. Yeah,
but you can still make the roll.
I'm just gonna.
It's gonna be a difficulty. I'll say 6. It's gonna be hard. What do you want to do? Do you want to spend effort, or you want to?
Nah, no
Nope.
effort.
Just want to see what you know.
Maybe
right?
I know, maybe I don't. Yeah.
All right. Nope. You don't know jack shit about this feather. Jeremy?
I have a question. Out of character, for this black feather, does it apply like the rule that that's in the books that you have to like bring something of equal value to switch?
That's what. Since you looked it up, I'm not going to discourage metagaming. We'll say that your character knows what that means. Yeah, that's the reason why she needs 2 people to go in the feather. Because if you want to take someone out of a feather, you're probably either going to have to take something of immense value to leave in this feather. We're talking like more valuable than money. Or leave someone there. Because there has to be an exchange, a balance between the Vurt world and the physical world. Something as powerful and as meaningful as a life.
We could bring Reese.
That's what she was already talking about.
Stealing my plan, man.
Well,
Does your-
technically
Jeff,
it's not
does
my
your-
plan because I can't actually come up with these.
Actually, Jeff, you could. Maybe y'all are talking about it, and
could
Weaver
tell
mentions or
me.
something, and you just
But-
growl or bark it, and she.
Yeah, you could tell me, but like, out of character, just so you know, like my character doesn't
You're muted,
trust
Jeff.
pure dogs.
I'm just saying that I wouldn't understand the what you guys are discussing, because I only understand 3-word commands
Yeah.
and not dog. So yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
even know what you guys
It's
are
funny
discussing.
because talking to Jeff's character is. I really don't know how to describe it without sound like an asshole, but it's very uninteresting dialogue, probably. You know, because he only understands 3-word commands. He's very limited in his articulation. You know.
But like, so even when he talks to another person who can,
Well, no.
who is also dog, like we
Actually,
didn't
no,
have
Jeff. Your intellect
more-
is fine. You don't understand 3-word commands because you're. He's muted.
No, I'm saying like speaking with a dog, one of the dog breeds is like talking normally.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying like as far as like English or other languages.
Oh, so you
like
don't
new
know the
languages.
conversation that's happening. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming the dogs communicate not just by, barks and growls, but body
Probably.
language and stuff like
Probably
that too.
pheromones, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Okay.
Okay, so Jeremy, you have Vertology, right? Could you roll something to see what's going on with this feather?
Yes.
I think you do.
I completely forgot that that's what that was.
Yeah. Trying to help you out here, man. Trying to get you in the game.
Can I use some effort? Or
Yeah, it's going to be difficulty 6, so you better use something, buddy. Okay,
I
so
don't-
Vertology.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
can use effort. Did you spend your XP yet?
I did.
What'd
And
you spend
bumped
on?
the edge up to
Oh,
2.
edge. Never mind then. I was going to say you can bump your effort to 2. You can use it twice here, but never mind. Okay, all right. So you can bump it down from 6 to 4 with your skill and then effort. You want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Alright.
just roll this Vertology
Yeah,
die.
just go and roll it now. I already got it ready for you.
Uh-oh. Not high enough, I don't think.
Not high enough. You know. Okay. Given the complexity, this is what you know. Given the complexity of this feather, you imagine at one point it had a companion PDF feather that explains the feather and its purpose. Because once you use the feather, and take it out, it's cream. It's gone. It's useless. So the companion feather explains the rules of operating it. Based
I'm very
on just
worried that we're all going to be eaten by a grue.
and for some reason, the word Eden comes to mind.
Eden.
Yeah.
Let's burden Hack with that information. Can you
Hack?
Eden?
Eden.
I feel like I've forgotten something important about this, and we should look for a companion information kind of a feather.
Well, Mr. Hacker there, you want to get on the networks and search?
Would that just be hacking or computers?
That would be computers. No hacking involved. Basically, you'd be getting on like the internet and stuff and asking people, going to the right places. The dark web of Vurt.
Nice.
Whatever that is.
Roll a 7.
Roll the 7. You didn't spend any effort or anything? Nope. Someone says something about a unicorn.
A unicorn.
That's all you get, though. Someone else says something about, hey, there's this black feather that you can find a unicorn in.
Okay.
Uses the word eating something.
So there's
And there's a lot of people replying to him saying, oh, a unicorn, holy shit. I gotta find one. Is it true what they say about their horns?
okay. So we have to find a unicorn. Trying to understand this.
We don't have to find a unicorn. Someone said something on the internet about a unicorn and that feather.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy, unicorns are extremely rare. Vurt creatures, if you cut their horns off, they have immense magical properties. Like extremely rare. Like you don't even know if anybody's ever found one. But they have the ability to raise the dead.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Smashing.
So what does what's her name know about this? The shadow lady. Is she's with us, right? Or
No.
did she go separate? Okay.
No. She went, ugh, and then just missed it out in the tram.
Okay.
So angsty.
Mm.
I know. Total shadow goth.
Okay.
Oh, and also, Jeremy, if they describe this girl to you at all, if she can do all this stuff, she's really powerful. Like, really powerful. You actually doubt that she's even human or got any sort of human in her. She just looks human because she wants to look that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why the hell does she? Why?
A lot of questions.
This is like. DJ, did you share the thing about? Has anybody actually said let's bring Reese into this and dump him or
I don't
something?
think so.
I don't think
He's in the room, I imagine.
alluding to? I don't. He's an idiot. Or alluding to the we have to exchange.
Maybe GameCat knows. We could check that out.
He's referring to
like
GameCat magazine. It's a
Exactly, yeah.
popular Vurt magazine for Vurt explorers and that kind of stuff. Maybe there's articles about. Yeah, you could go to Vurt you want and try to dig through old articles of Vurt magazine. And yes, magazines are still a thing in Vurt world.
But are they electronic? Or are they...
No, they're actually old school magazines. You can get them on feathers though,
Wow.
if you want to.
But okay, because all
You
of
have to
this
go to the
seems very
library.
fishy. That this
Well, Reese tells you that she's offered to give 10,000 quid. When you guys start like a little trepidation about doing this, maybe talking about it being mysterious and confused, he says, "Guys, we can't turn it down. There's 10,000 quid on this, and plus, she's already let her out of jail."
Prison, but
Yeah, prison. We're talking like max security. Yeah. Jeff, you hear the word prison, and he points at her.
I look at her kind of suspiciously. By the way, when I met, when Reese was introduced to us, you probably, like everybody else, heard me growl at him, but you probably heard I got my eye on you or something like that.
oh, I took note.
Okay. Yeah, because I figure you can actually hear what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I wonder how, just out of character, if there's a way, maybe you and I should use fantasy grounds and you could tell me the things that you would be saying.
Whisper
I
stuff
guess.
to you?
Yeah.
You can whisper in Fantasy Grounds. Yes.
That's true. Yeah, I could do that.
You'll have to just Google it, though, because I never use that function.
I think you can right click on someone's
Just
character.
FYI, don't talk shit about your GM because I can see them.
This is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Reese says 10,000 quid. We can't pass it up. I mean, hell, she got her out of jail. Prison. Which you guys hear that and you immediately think, prison? You know, really? Got her out of prison? You're talking about insanely badass stuff. How you did that. By the way, I don't know if this actually clicked with you. You died. You know that, right?
Me?
Yeah, you died.
I died.
Yes, you died.
Oh, so we're not even talking about just some sort of pill you take that makes you look dead, and they.
No, she possessed you, made you run around berserk until the cops killed you, and then she brought you back to life.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'm actually just playing that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm okay with that. Like,
You know
I'm a
that, right?
mathematician,
I mean,
so, like, I understand some of that kind of stuff.
yeah.
It's,
Well, I mean, you woke up in a corpse wagon. I mean, I figured you. Yeah.
okay. All right. I got it. I'm cool with that.
If they had waited any longer, you'd have gotten to the next district over, and then it dumped you into limbo.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Wow.
Jesus. Okay.
Hmm.
And I was prepared for that to happen, by the way, if you failed to get out of the truck somehow.
It's cool. I'm the best ever.
Okay, so what do we want to? How do we want to go about looking through the Game Cat thing magazines?
If that's your next step, you can just go to a Vurt you want. Like a store where they buy like feathers and stuff. And buy a feather that has, or buy several feathers, or at least look online to see if you can find feathers that might have this information. You know what? I'll say I'll say Sean that's already figured out a few magazines that might have the information you want.
Okay.
We'll just randomly roll. I'll say 1d4 magazines because you'll have to buy a magazine. Yeah, so there's one magazine you've narrowed down that you think, Sean, will have the info you need. Because you found that this magazine has the words Eden in it.
Oh.
Like the title of the article
Mhm.
or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we have to go to like a bookstore? Or we just like go to
A Vurt you want is just a store where you buy feathers. Like they
Okay.
just have feathers on the racks. And you can buy blues of all kinds, and pink porno Vurt feathers. Those kind of things.
Mhm. Okay.
They're in the adult section. All right, they're in the adult section. We
On
got to
the
keep the
top
kiddos
shelf.
safe.
Kind of fun.
Not
Yeah.
that high.
Everybody's like sneaking over there. Yeah. Okay.
You remember how it was in the Blockbuster videos when you were a kid and shit, and you're watching the area with the
Trying to move over
curtain,
there.
you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Mario Kart, and then you run.
Yeah.
Casually pass by. Like, you.
That's right. That's right.
So
Back
I
when we
have
had
a question.
Blockbusters. This book was written while there were Blockbusters still around, so I'm assuming this Vurt you want is pretty much like a Blockbuster for feathers.
Totally, they come in like
That makes a lot more
VHS
sense.
size boxes.
It was written in the early 90s, so.
So I have a question about my abilities. Do I, since I don't have my character sheet available, I don't remember if this made it to it. Do I have the Vurt Flesh Resilience?
The Vurt Flesh ability?
Vert Flesh Resilience is on your the one in Fantasy Grounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you
Okay,
have it.
Perfect. Just checking.
Yeah, actually, you guys may want to roll some recovery rolls. I mean, if you want to.
That was my
Okay.
second question.
Actually, I think I'm good. Apparently.
Yeah, so if you do it, you're going to. I don't know why it's not adding your. Okay, I added it manually. Okay. Yeah, Weaver, if you want to spend an action doing recovery, all you can.
Yes. Could you verify for me, please, my remaining intelligence points?
12.
Okay, thank you. That's the one I needed.
You want to roll one?
I do want to roll one, please.
You rolled max.
Oof.
8.
Alrighty.
What about any of you guys? You guys suffering any? I want to spend some. Jeff's at full because he was a badass in that last combat scene. Didn't lose anything.
I'm not tracking any damage.
I don't think you have any damage either. I think Weaver's the main one that got effed up in the last couple scenes.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
took
think so.
several hits.
Yeah, he got effed up good.
Yeah. So I think I have now 10 might, 8 speed.
10 might, 8 speed. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
10 might, 8. Thank you. That's way better.
All right, yeah,
I
much
will not
better.
die.
Much better. I think you're at where you were before this game started.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back from physical from now on.
Okay, so who's going to the Vurt you want? I'm just trying to keep things moving here.
I'm going because I need to pick up another copy of Return to Zork.
Nice. Nice. Gonna buy you a blue feather, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so by the way, this is a good time to mention blue feathers. If you guys go in them together and stuff, you guys can actually explore blue feathers, and that'll be the game session. Like that'll be the actual game, and you guys will get experience points for them. Blue feathers don't give
Okay.
near as much XP as black feathers and yellow feathers, but they still give
Fair.
XP. I'm not role playing out a porno Vurt, okay? So we're not doing that shit. But like a blue feather or a black feather or a yellow. I mean, actually, in a way, this game is like the ultimate sandbox. As long as you buy into the concept of that your featherheads chasing the feathers, it can be all kinds of things. And feathers can have like the experience, kind of like pretty much any movie. I mean, you could just hop into a feather and then you're Captain Blood, you know. Or Errol Flynn, Errol Flynn's Captain Blood, or you just hop into your feather and you're Don Quixote, you know. In fact, there's weirder versions of all those in the setting already in the books. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Do we know, like, would we know what the average going rate of a blue feather is? I mean, I assume
100
I
quid.
would have been in jail for 3 years.
Yeah, 100 quid.
Oh, right. I'm broke. Never mind.
So if
Sean has one. Sean has a blue feather, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's set. He thinks it's a questing beast feather. It's got like a piece of tape across it, and it says questing beast number 12.
I'm gonna go to the store and buy some with whoever else is going.
yeah, I'll go with
Cool.
whoever as well because I'm still probably feeling sick and would like to get some
Nice.
fresh air.
All right.
So am I still bleeding bad? Or
No,
am I better now?
no. It was like a grazing wound. It's a pretty good wound, but I mean, you just covered up the bandage or something. You're good.
All right. If I can change my clothing, I'll tag along.
You're fine. Yeah, you can change your clothing. Okay, so we're gonna skip to on the way to the Vurt you want, and so you guys are making down the street, and you're very close to the Vurt you want, and of course you guys didn't use the metro because you're
Wait,
kind
is
of
it
close
actually
to it.
called the Vurt you want?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Vurt-you-want. Yeah.
Toys R Us.
Yeah, it's like Toys R Us for Verts. Yeah. Anyways, and you guys are almost there, and you're about to pass like to the light, and then you see a blurb fly kind of hover down around you, Jeremy, specifically you, and you see an info beam come out from this blurb fly, right?
Yeah.
And it's only you recognize what this blurb fly is doing as aggressive. But it's being sort of aggressive to you. Like getting up in your face and whizzing around your head. Now, at this point, you can either take 1 XP
Yeah.
or give me 1 XP if you don't want this to happen. Your choice.
I don't have any to give, so I'll take 1 XP.
Okay. Well, that's right. Okay. So this blurb fly is just whizzing around you, right? And your blurb fly is with you, correct? Is it flying?
Probably not. I don't think I have a reason.
Okay. All right. So it's hovering around you, and it gets really close to your face. And this, I'm not making this up, guys. This is actually the way. This is actually something in this game. But the how do I explain this? It starts shouting racial slurs at you, modus slurs at you, talking bad about robos.
Is this
Robin? Are you
is this
okay?
stuff-
We lost you on video.
She said she had to go AFK for a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, the cameras will get fixed. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know why it moves them when one camera goes out. I don't know. Hopefully it goes
blurb
back to where it
flies,
was. Yeah.
Specific enough that it's like just me that can hear it, or is it?
No, it's speaking it like a stereo system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'll start growling, like barking at it. Actually, with it starts
Nice.
it's basically barking at
Nice.
him, so I'm barking back at it.
Okay, so that's actually interesting because what happens is so when Jeff starts barking at it, more people start looking.
I would like
And-
to try and attempt to take control of it, so that I can shut it down.
Okay. All right.
So is it shouting racial
Make
slurs
a
like towards him and
yeah. It's specifically tagged like autogen racial slurs, like
oh.
you effing machine and stuff like that, and you know that kind of thing like that. I don't really know off the top of my head what a autogen slur would be, but you get the idea. So I would say, what is that kind of roll? Do you have that up, Jeremy? What can you roll?
I was trying to find that. Come
Okay.
on, computer.
I would imagine it's just a. I would imagine it's just a skill roll with your. Your blurb fly, right?
Repair, combat, damage. I guess. Why can't I ever find anything that I want?
It would be under your controls
Right.
blurb section, or in the
Yeah.
the section about blurbs, the whole chapter.
Right. That's
related to
where I
blurbs.
was trying to look.
That's in equipment.
Yeah. I don't see it in that one. Actually, that might be a thing that I can't do until
Blurb fly hacking.
that.
Hacks are custom modifications of the chassis or motive area usually performed by a skilled blurb mechanic. For example, if you want to increase the range of your book. Oh, okay, that's actually controlling.
So I can't actually do what I want to do. That's a tier 2 thing.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
it is. It
Okay.
is in the focus.
But you can order your blurb to do something to this blurb.
Exactly. So let's just order my blurb to try and stinger this other blurb.
Okay, so what happens is you the blurb fly that you have like stings this blurb, and like there's this moment where you see like two mechanical flies like fighting in the air, right? If it's hard to describe,
and it's glorious.
and yours is just effing the other one up, right? Because he's got that stinger, and then he falls to the ground. But that's not what's interesting happened. What interesting happened is that other people are watching now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is another opportunity for experience points. For Weaver. Weaver, I know you looking for that magic number of 4 XP so you can level up. Do you want the blurb flies to notice that you were also Vurt man? Be 1 XP for you.
I'll give you one. I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Alrighty. Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I got
So,
three left.
Sorry?
I got 3 left now.
No, you're at 3 now, because you went down 1 because you tried to save your guitar, remember?
True. So I got 2.
Yep. Alright. Okay, so the blurb fly doesn't notice you, and so during this whole charade. And then Jeremy, you see some people like off on another corner of the street. We'll say across the road where you need to go. And they're looking at both of you now. And they make eye contact with you and start sizing you up and like get into aggressive stance. And that's a perfect time for your arm to start mutating. So like your arm starts like mutating and flaring up, and like you see like a new tentacle burst out of your like robotic parts. And so now like how many tentacles you had? Like 4 maybe 3 or something like that out of the same hand, and then like a 5th one just burst out, and you feel like this intense searing pain, and then everybody on all the corner is watching now, and
do I see the ones that are aggressive?
Yes, they're on the other side of the street, but they are coming this way towards you guys.
God damn it.
Is there
Their target is even. He's the one that's going to get harassed here. So
is there I want to look around for a alley or something semi secluded, and I can just try and do my frame warp and just
Yeah, also there's an alley nearby. You're going to use your ability frame warp to warp away?
Yeah. To just try and get away from our group and hopefully out of the eyes of at least these.
And you see the vert you want. You know where it's at. So you can find it again.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happens. So why don't you describe that to us? What does that look like when you warp away?
It does, I think it's that shimmery, use it for like deja vu stuff, except it's like just an oval in front of me and I just sort of step through it and disappear from there and reappear somewhere else.
Very
nearby.
cool. Very cool. So this is what they do. They all brandish their weapons and start searching the area and shouting at each other like they're shouting orders. And they start just combing the area for you.
I'm gonna try and hide for now.
Well, you're out of sight.
Yeah.
They're searching, but
I'm just
you're out of
staying
sight. Yeah. So you're gonna basically find a spot and try to hide for a little bit. Jeff, Weaver, Max, but I can't talk. Paige, what are y'all doing? Gonna continue on your path, or y'all gonna stop, or what?
Are we all like were we all near?
Yeah, you just saw him go whoop and step out when all that
Disappeared.
attention was brought on him, and you see those guys who are purist humans, right? And they just start looking for him.
I keep my eyes on them.
So if one breaks away from the direction you're going, will you follow him?
No, but I mean, I'm just keeping a look on them. Like
Okay,
so.
this actually might help. Jeff, make a perception check or some kind of like intellect roll for that. I don't know what skill that'd be.
I've got heightened senses.
Perfect. Roll that difficulty. I'll say 2. Excellent. You can smell even, and you feel like you could find him right now if you wanted to.
Okay.
You can pinpoint his location, just based on smell.
If any of them go anywhere near him, I'll
Okay.
near where I think he's at, based on the smell, I'll try to intervene.
All right. Oh, and by the way, Jeremy, you get to give 1 experience point to someone else. Because you get 1 and someone else gets 1. You do a GM intrusion. You're muted.
Paige.
Paige, all right.
Aww.
So now she's got that magic number 4.
Oh, was
Alright.
I supposed to give one to somebody earlier?
Yeah, actually, you were. My bad. Yeah, Jeff
I'll give one to Eddie or Weaver.
Weaver. Cool. Okay, so Weaver's now at 3 again. All right. Still lagging behind others, but that's okay. Everybody gets to advance at their own pace in this game. Sometimes rolling well helps
So
story just as much as being up the tier.
So I could
Right.
technically level up.
Yeah, you could.
4. All right.
All right. So the rest of you go in the vert you want. Jeff, you probably have to linger out here if you want to do any kind of protection on him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Does anybody else stay out here, or is everybody going in the vert you want?
I'm going to the vert you want.
Yeah, me too. I'll go in with my hands in my pockets and my hoodie all up so they don't
Right.
see my face. 'Cause they'll get a they'll get a good time out of that.
What about Max? I didn't hear what you said, bud.
Oh. Me?
Yeah, are you going to go inside?
Yes.
Okay, so I love the idea that, like, you walk inside, Weaver, in front of the others. I'll say you're lagging behind because you don't want to get noticed, right? And you throw your hood up and stuff, and as soon as you walk in, someone says, DJ Weaver! Oh my god! I saw you the other day. That was dope. Yeah, people still say dope, apparently. That's me. All right, and then, so it's like this guy that's probably like 19 years old, a bit pudgy in the midsection. He thinks he's rocking this like longer hairdo thing, but it's really more of a mullet. He just doesn't realize it, you know? And he's like just, on an unkempt as
Mullets
hell.
are back in style.
Yeah,
now.
maybe in the Vurt world they're back in style, right? But I don't think this guy's stylish. Like, it's a wannabe mullet. All right, and so he's like, "Holy shit, man! When's your next show gonna be? I gotta be there." And he's like getting up in your face, running your whole like trying to stay hidden vibe.
This is like right in front of the mark. I mean,
I can escalate this if you want a GM intrusion, but
can I just like wrap my arm around his shoulders and be like all friendly, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like just like kind of bring him along inside the store.
yeah, sure.
Do I need to roll for that?
Nah. So you
Alrighty,
butt him
yeah.
up and you get him inside the store and you're talking to him talking shit with him and stuff about your music and things like that, right? Very cool. All right, so the rest of you guys, you're inside the Vurt you want. You can get whatever you want. So the magazine will cost you, we'll say, 10 quid. All right? The magazine. So one of you pays for the magazine. If you want to buy any other blue feathers while you're in there, go right ahead. Okay? Just tell me what you buy. All right? They're labeled, by the way, blue feathers. So if you tell me, like, what kind of story you want or what kind of thing you want to partake in, I'll come up with a name for it, and we'll give it to you. They don't sell black feathers and yellow feathers because they're technically illegal. But sometimes in these kind of places, like, one guy, like, gives you a black feather occasionally, But he's definitely not doing it as an employee, if that makes any sense. So, but anyways, so I want you guys to go ahead and pay for the Game Cat magazine, one of you, and just add a Game Cat magazine to your character. I do not have that prepared, so I'll put it in the loot. There you go, in the party sheet. Game Cat magazine, and someone could just pull it from the party sheet if you want it. And does anybody want to buy any feathers or anything while they're here?
2, please.
2? Oh, you gonna spend all that 200 quid, huh? What kind of feathers you want?
Can I be? Do I have to be incredibly specific right now, or can I think about it?
No, you can think
Okay.
about it. Sure, come back to me.
Yeah, I just want some like generic action shit.
Okay, very cool. We can come up with it later. Sure.
Yeah, I was thinking like something like an alternate, not alternate reality. That those virtual cop arcade things where you just like shoot at the screen, but like in augmented reality.
Yeah. Yeah, like Time Crisis kind of thing, but augmented reality.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Just
Okay, so we'll call it
Yes.
Blue Feather. We'll call it Future Cop. Very cool.
I've got all that money. I know from our first game, we had to give some of it to Parker to make the repairs. Did we ever figure out how much that was?
1,000 quid.
Okay, because I have 850. I know it was from what I started with and us selling all that stuff.
Well, someone else must have the extra left over because it was 1,000
Yeah.
quid.
Because I think we were all going to sort of pitch in.
Jeremy, was it you that had the rest?
So I don't technically need to.
I don't have anything written down. Like, I don't think I thought I spent all of my starting money and hadn't got any more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think me too.
If you have 850, Sean, you're probably carrying the bulk of it.
Yeah. Well, I think I am because I was the one who was actually running around selling stuff.
Yeah, you probably need to take off at least, we'll say 800, and you got 50 left over. I'm pretty sure you had spent yours. You guys got to keep track of that stuff more often, though. You got to keep track of that stuff.
Yeah, I just don't think we ever talked about it.
Yeah.
I think we sold it and then we ended up stopping.
Okay, all right, so you guys got some feathers. You got your Game Cat magazine. Did y'all actually buy, like, an actual magazine, or did you buy the feather version?
Feather version would or would not be multi-use.
They're not. They're not meant to. They're not the kind that cream. They just go
Okay.
away and they're not useless. They're like PDFs, kind of.
Maybe paper, just
Yeah,
because
by the magazine. All right. Okay, so you guys grab the magazine, and on the cover you see this picture of this black and white, like sketch art picture of a cat's face, and it says, "Inside you'll find the secrets of the Vurt world. Come join me, Kittlings." All right. So does anybody thumb through the magazine now to see if they find any information?
I mean,
I would, but I'm not in there.
I think I'll get a slushie, and then sit down and read the magazine. You know, just casual.
All right. Hack, you started to say something. I think you're muted, Sean. Yeah.
No, I'm not muted.
Okay, so like you sit down with a slushie and magazine in hand. Hack, do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like sitting there looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, me too.
I'm kind of like, I want to know more about this unicorn thing because you
Yeah.
said something about it like bringing people back to life.
Yeah. You see this picture. You see this picture. He opens the book and he gets to the right article, and you see a picture of this drawn unicorn, right? And it says the title of the article is Eden, Celia herself? ? And this article goes on to describe this place that Game Cat describes firsthand, a dream that he's been to. He says, "Come join me, Kittlings. I'm going to tell you about Eden, the most beautiful place you'll ever find in the Vurt. Here you're going to find the grazing fields of a pair of unicorns. If you're lucky, their offspring. The one great thing about this place is that it's completely protected, sealed away, only opens every 20 years. But inside, you could get the horn of a unicorn, if you so want it. But remember, they're valuable. If it can bring back a life, it costs a life. Keep that in mind, Kittlings." And so it talks a little bit more about Eden and describes it, and then he hypothesizes that the place was sealed off and created by Celia Hobart herself. Supposedly the birth mother and like the one who basically come up with all the Vurtology, like the queen of Vurtology, basically. Like the Albert Einstein of the Vurt world, basically.
So, okay. It was just me, Weaver, and Max, right? Looking at the.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. I'm gonna ask Weaver and Max. Do you guys know what that means? Like, because I think I understand why Victoria wants us to go in the Black Feather. She has somebody there. She wants us. Nobody's with us, right? Before I.
No one's watching you. Like there are people in this Vurt you want and stuff. They're not paying attention to you.
There's people in the shop or whatever and then I'm gonna like say this all like quietly. But I think she left somebody in there that she wants us to take somebody to swap out for Alton, the person that's in the Black Feather right now. So I wonder if that means that she encountered a unicorn, if she did that in the first place. She used Alton to like trade life for a life. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. So yeah, I just tell them my spiel. That's it.
Isn't it, so we have to leave somebody there? Like they're going to die?
I don't know. I don't understand how this works. That's me. Like, I don't know. From what I understand, I guess, according to that article, it's a life for a life. I don't know.
My God. I'm like, are we okay with doing that?
was gonna say,
I
well,
think
with
it's time
every
for me to show up and say, yeah, we just need to get one of these pure assholes in there with us.
It's a good time to mention. What did you guys do with Red Roy and those gangers that bust up Stardust? Did the cops show up and whisk him away, or
Yeah, I think the cops did. I've got his pistol though in my inventory list.
Yep.
For some
we're gonna let you guys think about that, and then we're gonna go to Jeff.
Okay.
So Jeff, you're outside, and you see Jeremy's like sneak around, and he's getting close to the vert you want, and you can stand close to him. But then someone starts to come over to you and approach you, and it's a purist human, right, with the same gang, same tats, and stuff like that. Maybe even one of the three that you saw earlier. And he kind of kneels down close to you, and he holds his hand out. He says, "Come here."
I snap at him.
Nice. He pulls his arm back. Says, "You mangy mutt," and then he like balls his hand up in a fist, and he thinks about swinging it at you. What do?
Like he's about to swing.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. There's a moment of pause where he's like, "I'm gonna smack this damn dog." You know, what do you do?
yeah.
I just keep growling, like get louder about it. I'm like, I dare.
Make an intimidation roll.
Basically, it's kind of I dare you to try to hit me.
Right. Make an intimidation roll for me. I'll say this can be done with might if you want it to be done with might.
Yeah, that's fine. Be untrained.
Yeah, unless you want to add effort. Yes, it'll be. I'll say difficulty. They're 3 difficulty, so difficulty 3. There you go. Okay, so like he like starts to back away, and you see he reaches for his hip, and you see there's a baton at the side, and he kind of steps back and starts talking to one of his buddies. Says, "You see this fucking dog? Man, I swear to God, I want to kick him. Jeez." And you're still growling, I guess, and still being aggressive.
Oh yeah.
And he takes the baton, not being brave enough to come close to you, takes it and he says, "You know what?" He just takes it and throws the baton at you. "Get out of here!" As he throws it across the room.
Dude, I want to try to catch it.
You want to try to catch it? Nice. Okay. Make a speed defense roll. And yes, I said speed defense. So, which means you're trained in that. All right.
Can I be like,
You made it. Okay.
And I break in half. No.
Very cool. Do you?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Like catch it and then break it in my mouth.
Sure. You can do that.
Yeah.
Nice. So you snap it in your mouth. And, all right, so Jeff, here's the situation. I'm going to give you GM intrusion here. You want it. It's going to draw more attention to you. Possibly escalate this. If you don't want it, give me one. What do you want to do?
I'll take the XP.
All right. Okay. So Jeff,
I'll give even one.
very cool. All right. So when you break the baton, the other one just says, "Man, this police dog." And he said police dog, by the way, and you hear that.
Yeah.
You recognize it. And he's gonna run up to you and try to kick you, but that's initiative because you're trained in initiative. Okay, so the difficulty 3. So all you gotta do is roll higher than a 9, and you go before he does. So roll your initiative.
Specialize in initiative,
Yes, you're badass at initiative. Okay,
but only roll the 3.
that's still fine. You went before them. Okay, all right. So Jeff, you get to go first. He's coming at you. He's gonna take a swift kick to you. What do you do?
I want to try to. Yeah, I'll just try to attack him. I'll attack him before he gets me. So I
Sweet.
forget how attacks and stuff work.
Yeah, so you're going to roll on the second tab. Sorry, on the actions tab. There's a bite.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, just click that arrow. Sorry, that sword. There. Oh yeah, and you get a +2 damage. Nice. Okay. Very cool. And so now you're going to roll your damage, which will be that lightning bolt. So it's going to do 6 damage total. All right, so that's 6 damage. He has 9, so he's down by 3. He's down 2-3. And the other guy, Jeff, just comes up to you, and actually it's both of them. Sorry, both of them. They're going to attack you. It's difficulty 4 to not get hit by these guys, Jeff. Speed defense, because there's 2 of them.
Difficulty 4. And I'm trained, so that would lower it to difficulty 3, basically.
Yep. And you can spend effort if you want to.
And effort, how does that work again? What does
You'll
that
just
give me?
add
How
an
much does it
asset
cost?
on that sheet.
And what does an asset do?
Asset reduces the difficulty by 1. It's just the way to do effort
Okay.
with this math system.
And effort costs 2.
Effort will cost you for you 2, yes.
Okay. Because I have an edge.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it's rolling untrained there. Actually, roll your speed defense with an asset. There you go. My bad. Bam. Okay, so what happens, Jeff, is... Actually, I'll let you describe it. What does a major asset look like? You actually, in your sheet, actually talks about examples of what a major asset might look like for your character. Well, I thought it was on your sheet. Let me check.
I don't think it's on the sheet. I think it's on the...
I put it in some other people's sheets. I guess I didn't get around to doing it on yours. Who makes it their problem, right?
Yeah.
Major effect suggestion you can take an extra action. You want to do that one?
Yeah.
Nice. So, like, you make this guy stumble, right? Like, maybe you, like, grab his arm as he lunges in, and he, like, stumbles, and you see an opening. And I say grab with your mouth.
Right.
What do? You get the immediate attack here. Go ahead and do 2 attacks. It was your turn around anyways.
Okay, cool. I'll try to get that one that was already wounded.
Yep.
And then the other one.
Very cool. All right. So we got
they're lunging in, and he's
nice, very cool.
Biting them.
Yeah. So the first one
like he's being defensive about it. Like he's not aggressively jumping on them, but like when they swing at him or whatnot, he grabs their arm or.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you, Messy Fresh. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, you tear into these guys, right? But like, do you try to like bring them down and kill them? You said you're being defensive, so I mean, are you taking it that far? Or are you just going to let them run off, or what?
On the one the one that he did, I'm assuming the 4 plus the 9 or the 6 was enough to. How does that work?
I'll let it roll over. They're like a group, you know.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, I mean, he would just, like I said,
considering
he would
the
grab
major
their arm,
effect and how you did damage to both of them, I'm gonna say this scene is pretty much over.
Okay.
Right, with you victorious, because the other one was second one was wounded, the other one all the way down to 0. But do they run away? Do you like claw them up and they fall to the ground, and then like you just make them bloody, or how does that look?
No, I mean, what he would do is probably like get their weapons away from them, like bite their arm when they lunged at him, make them drop the weapons, and then when they go running off, he'd just, growl and bark, and then he wouldn't chase them.
Wouldn't even chase them for a little bit? Just for a little bit?
I mean, he'd probably chase them just enough to scare them
bit.
off, but like then he'd,
Okay, I love the idea that this is what everybody inside sees. Let's go back to everyone inside for a second. You guys are in there looking at the magazine. Weaver spills a little effing slushy on the magazine. And you guys get distracted from the book for a moment, and you look up, and you see a purist human covered with tats running like a little bitch and you hear barking, familiar barking, and they run past the window. It's like, here's the purist ganger, and then the dog barking and running across the window. You guys look up your magazine and see this. And this is right after
the
Jeremy just
translation of the
said,
barking is "run, bitch."
yeah, that's what you hear. That's what you hear, Paige. And Jeremy, this is like the split second right after you said, what was it you exactly said about the purists before?
That we should take one of them with us.
He's still muted. He's just going on.
Aw.
So something about tricking one of the purists into going in the feather.
Yeah, and then as one just runs across.
Oh, and that's and him teleporting in, or coming in, is what made me feel that that's slushy.
If you do want that purist, yeah, maybe that distract, like, oh, made you spill the slushy. Like, you could teleport back out, I guess, and grab you a purist. I mean, if you want to.
Damn it, Weaver.
Yeah, that's like a pristine magazine, right? You're even surprised they had this. This is like from like 5 years ago, you know?
All right. I hear the dog saying "run, bitch," whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside and see what all the hubbub is about.
Do you do it quickly?
Yeah, I smack Weaver on the way out and just go out to
Nice.
see what's going
So
on.
you run out and you see running right past you, Stray, chasing down a pair of purists. One of them is hobbling because he's pretty wounded and beat up. You probably can catch that one if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, I'll join the fray and
Nice.
see if I can catch up.
Okay, it's not going to be difficult to tackle this guy, right? He's technically 0 hit points, right?
Okay.
So, what do you do when you catch up to him?
You said it's a human, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna like put him in a chokehold,
Nice.
and I guess we don't know why they're here, right? I mean, other than
They just hang out in this area.
racist
Trafford is
ass.
covered with purist gangers.
Okay.
They're the most common gangers here.
I'm gonna put him in a chokehold and then look and see how like if anybody else, my buddies, our party, if anybody else is nearby. Be like, I got one.
Yeah.
Well, the dog is. Stray is. He's right at your
Okay.
feet. What about
Yeah.
Max and Weaver and Even?
I'm gonna run out there too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I'll leave the slushy. I'm full.
Even, do you like warp back out? What?
No, I'm just gonna walk slowly back out at the end
Nice.
of
Nice.
this.
You're the last one to show up as this happens. You actually walk out as people from across the street start slow clapping.
Nice.
Because they're happy to see these gangers getting what for. You think this is
Yeah.
like a mixed dog breed, and another one maybe has like a taint of like shadow, from the eyes, and they're just
I gave my slushy to the guy I kind of grabbed to bring into the store that was like a fan. So I gave
Nice.
him my slushy, like, hold this, and I just ran out.
sweet slushy.
Hold my slushy.
All right.
It's like the hold my beer thing.
And then as you're walking out, the door closed behind you. You're... All right.
Oh my god.
Careful
Okay.
of brain freeze.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. So you guys have captured a purist in the street, and people are clapping at you.
Yay, kidnapping.
But not only are you kidnapping, you have an audience, and they like it.
Welcome to.
Only in Trafford.
I don't have any rope.
No cops
to, like,
around. I'm sorry,
bind this
Paige.
guy up with. It's all good. I don't have any rope to bind him up with, so I got him in a chokehold, and like maybe I'm kind of like squatting over him with one of my like feet, my back feet, which have claws, like digging into his back. But other than that, like I don't have a way to restrain him.
You seem to be doing
Yeah.
a good job so far.
Well, I can't hold him like this
You can-
forever.
He's pretty hurt. You think maybe you can put him in like a half Nelson, and go at least a good ways to somewhere
Okay.
safe, right? Because he's
Right.
like hobbling on one leg. His hands are bound up around the back. Maybe you could go a pretty good ways with
I
him
mean,
escaping.
I'm pretty strong. Let's do
There you go.
it.
There you go.
do we have shoelaces?
Yeah, you can use
Oh, yeah,
shoelaces.
that's
That's
a good
true.
idea, but I'm not wearing shoes,
Yeah.
so.
Well, he is. He doesn't need shoes. He's a hanger.
I have future shoes that lace
Oh,
themselves.
yeah.
You're like, you're
Nice.
Marty McFly
Do we
for the
have those
future.
by whatever time period this is?
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, just Back to the Future.
Considering Back to the Future
Yeah.
was written in the 80s and this book came out in the 90s, I will say that it's a
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I'm
So-
just saying we didn't have them in 2015.
Yeah, like they said we were going to have. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
also don't have hoverboards and flying
I know,
cars.
damn it.
Jaws
They were
99.
But do you really want everyone to have flying cars? Really?
No,
I mean, that would just be a just nightmare.
no, I
right?
don't.
Yeah. Crashing in the sky is not as fun as crashing.
Yeah,
on
we
the
already
ground.
have people who can't drive with 2 axes, like 2 dimensions, right? Okay, so you guys have a purist. What's the next step? I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Okay, so you know a lot about this feather already, right? You know a lot about this feather already. You know she wants a person inside the feather. You know you have to exchange a person to get it.
Yeah,
you
we
know
need
there's
the
still,
timing.
but you still have to get the feather,
Yeah, we need the feather.
Oh, damn.
which is at this train station. See, Jeremy just forgot a whole step of it. Yeah, so you got to go to this train station. This abandoned train station that's been taken over by Autogen gang in Bottletown. So
Mm.
Damn, Flower Town.
I just gotta walk in and walk out. Autogen.
Who did Reese say?
3 weeks ago, yeah.
The people that took over the area where the feather is?
What are Autogen?
Is that what he said they were?
They're pure
Or was-
robos. Yep.
They're pure robos.
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh.
It's gonna be a tough.
Look a lot like him, actually, probably. Like even without the tentacle arm.
Right, yeah. I was just trying to think. I don't have
Yeah.
any plan ideas, so could just show up.
Yeah, I'm tired of these guys. Like, I think we need to just want to know how many of these guys there are.
They're like rats
Gangers?
in the video game sewer.
Yeah.
The purist. You can question him, sure.
Yeah. So I just like punch him in the face.
All right.
And I'm
No. This is.
like, how many-
Is you fucking machine? Stop hitting me.
I hit him again.
All right. Like a bloody cut right there from your metal fist hitting his face. He says,
Yeah.
"What do you want, man?"
Like, I want you guys to quit fucking coming after us.
He
Like, it
goes,
has-
"Well, you stirred up shit, man. Now that Red Roy's gone, there's no leadership, so we're gonna fuck y'all up every chance we get."
I'm like, and how's it been working for you so far?
Yeah, just wait till his brother gets here. When his brother comes back, you're gonna be in deep shit.
I grab him by the leg and bite
What do you
him
say?
hard.
Are you saying anything while you're doing it, or are you just growling and biting?
I'm just biting.
Yeah. All right. He's like, get your mangy dog off me, jeez.
So is he on the floor?
No, he's in a half
or-
Nelson up in the air. Like she's probably got her back curled, and like his legs are just like flailing in the air, probably.
So I'll just step in front of him and bring my hoodie down and go like, so what are you calling me?
He says, "You're a fucking alien. You don't belong here. Go back to your dreams."
I'll punch him too.
All right, so now he's right and bloody
This poor
now, right and
I mean-
bloody, and so he says, "I remember you. You were the one doing the music, weren't you? You were the one on stage." Yeah, well,
Well,
you're
I
gonna stand
know-
out in the limelight, then you're gonna get all the attention. Just wait and see.
Yeah. Do I have my guitar with me?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just lean back a little bit and play him a tune. Just ignore him.
You gonna play?
banjo.
He sure is talking a lot of shit for somebody who is,
Outnumbered.
incapacitated, for lack of a better word.
Because he feels he's
Who-
superior.
Who outnumbered a dog.
I know, right?
Right.
He feels superior. He just
Yeah.
thinks that the mangy dog got lucky because he's a purist. What's your plan with this guy? I mean, y'all just gonna keep beating him up in the street? I mean, they've stopped clapping. If y'all are looking for more applause, they've stopped
I know,
clapping.
now
They
we
went
look
on
like
business.
bullies.
I think
Yeah, I
we
know.
should start working our way towards Parker's.
Back to Barker's with a.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
Dragging
do we
with them.
know, like,
Sean's house is
Do-
nearby. I'm sure his sister would love for y'all to show
we
up.
need to go get the feather now and
Do-
just go
yeah.
for a ride.
do we know, like, what the autogens care about? Like, could we be like, hey, we brought a gift. Take this, asshole. We just need to check on a lock.
Well, but don't you need this guy to go in the feather? I'm sorry to take him. Oh, right, yeah, you got Reese
One
for that.
step at a time.
Got Reese for
Look,
that.
I have 2 blue feathers I can use as trade.
Oh, okay. You thinking maybe y'all can trade for passage or something out of there, maybe? Okay. Yeah, let's head there. Okay, so Bottletown. All right. So you guys are heading straight. Well, what are you gonna keep her in a half Nelson through the entirety of like
I know, I'm gonna get
Trafford
tired
to
of
Center into
carrying him,
Bottletown?
like-
Bottletown.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
And
guys
plus-
have better ideas.
Bottletown is like cops are there. Well, let me rephrase that. You're gonna have to ride through areas with cops to get to Bottletown.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh, can we lock him up inside of Sean's house, like in a bathroom or something?
There's duct
Sure.
tape. We could buy duct tape on somewhere, right?
Sure. I mean,
Let's just keep him there for now, like a toy, kind of.
have Reese watching, I guess.
Oh, no.
No.
Is he that
Not
incompetent? He
Reese.
can't watch a bound up
yeah,
guy?
I don't trust Reese to watch him. But I'm sure Parker will understand. Plus, I haven't seen him in like.
I mean, I could watch him
Well, we can't leave
if
him
y'all just
behind,
command me
though.
to watch. That's up to y'all.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I know we just met and all of that, but like, out
I
of
bet one
character,
of
I don't wanna
Parker's
leave you
youth.
behind.
Well, I bet one of Parker's youth would gladly keep an eye on this guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey,
know,
little kid.
Go out
watch
there and
this
pay a
guy.
kid $17. Go pay a 17-year-old like 50
I'm
quid
sure
to
we're
keep an
not
eye on
the
him.
only people that those guys have screwed with. So
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can maybe roll. We'll say, okay, make an intellect roll, one of y'all, from Trafford, and see if you. Everybody but Paige, unfortunately, she's been in prison for 3 years. Anybody but Paige, to see if they know of anybody on the street who would. We'll say difficulty 2. To
And
see if
what
anybody
was it?
knows anybody that would sure love to keep an eye on a.
How do you make an
Kidnapped.
intellect roll? Is it just untrained?
It's
or-
untrained unless you want to add anything, and you just. I say that so you know which one to take effort from.
Check.
And you still manage to fail. It's a difficulty 2. Okay, so Hack, yeah, you know that there's there's this guy on this block, big burly kind of overweight dude, that he's part Vurt, just enough that he's got these like weird looking like masses, if you
Mhm.
will, on his body.
Okay.
They almost make him look like a leper, right? Poor guy. Well, he is constantly bothered and beat up by these purists whenever they get a chance. He's just big enough that he can kind of take it. So they beat him up a little bit and then they go by their merry way.
Hmm.
You know he lives on this block? He would be glad to keep an eye on this SOB.
Okay. So,
And we'll say his name is Willis Penn.
do I happen to have his phone number?
He lives one block down. You can just walk over there.
Okay. Easy enough then.
I'm imagining the scene where you guys are walking up with this dude, all duct taped up, to Willis Penn's house. He kind of steps out and looks, and you see this pretty gargantuan guy, right? Big head. He looks like a leper. I mean, poor guy, right? And he sees the purist, and he grins, and you see his like stained green teeth, and he's like, "Look what you did. What's up, Hack?"
Like, hey man, what you doing?
Oh, let's not talk about me. What's going on here?
I'm like, I need you to do me a favor. This guy just attacked Stray over here. And Stray took a bite out of him.
Ah, nice.
So
Oh, my name is Stray now.
I need you to watch this guy until we figure out what to do with him. We've been kind of beating on him, so feel free to
Pick up where you left off?
yes.
I'll do it. Come on in. It's nice and cozy inside. I'll put on some tea.
Can we tell him not to kill him though? Don't let
Yeah,
him
if you
die.
want. I mean,
Don't let him die. We kind of like we might need him, so just
Well, yeah.
keep him alive.
Say we probably need him, so just try not to kill him.
kind
mean,
of
if you
gives the look
do-
that I'm looking.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, things happen.
Okay, do you want him dead or not?
No,
Because he's seriously wondering. He's kind of confused.
drop
Big
it
signals
in.
here.
Well, if I want him dead, we can just kill him.
We need him though.
Yeah, we do
The
need
page says you need him.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
He
like,
says-
whoa, calm down. We need him.
He says, "All right, fuck." And then he kind of just takes him from you if you allow him. And he's not gentle with him, getting him inside the house at all. But he gets him inside the house.
Okay.
He shuts the door behind him, and you hear like 3 locks.
I'm imagining that that Looney Tunes cartoon where it's like you got that, was it the big dog that grabs the little thing and he's like, I'll love you and I'll hug you and I'll call you George.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Uh,
All right. So he's inside with him. Problem taken
Did
care
we
of with a
become
human
the
for now.
bad guys? Are we
No.
working on that?
I've managed to make you the bad guys in a game with modest gangers.
Pretty sure that doesn't make us bad guys.
No, it
We're
doesn't.
not bad guys, but we're not good guys.
You're the
either.
police of
Like-
Trafford, man, because there
It's
are no
like, does killing
police.
Nazis make you a bad guy?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
No.
Good point. Anyways, so to Bottletown?
Yes.
The Bartertown.
We
Bottletown.
need Black
Blue
Feather.
Bottle Town.
Okay, so Bottletown isn't really interesting place. So first you'll have to pass through Center. Now, are you guys walking, taxi, metro, what? Reese's car? You can all load up in his car?
Hell no.
No, because then we'll have cops on us, and
Yeah. Fun times. Okay.
Great.
You guys get to Bottletown. So you recognize Bottletown by these. Oh, I'm sorry. I asked you about the car, but you guys didn't give an answer. Walking or metro?
Taxi?
Taxi.
Yeah.
Okay.
that costs
Alright.
money.
Mark off 10 quid.
Yeah, but if we don't want you to get like security camera ID.
Oh yeah.
No, she's dead.
Oh,
She's free and clear. That was the whole idea.
Yeah.
She's
I
free and
died.
clear.
I'm not a person anymore.
She's an unregistered.
Check.
I think I have a drip feed account.
Yeah, if y'all are broke on money, he has a drip feed account. That's awesome.
What is that?
It's a card you
Yeah.
swipe at like a drip feed vendor and you get money. It's like
Reese was
it's like
supposed
the
to give
basic
you-
income, welfare.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did Reese ever give me my?
Yeah, your belongings were in that duffel bag.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. My bad.
No problem.
Okay.
Well, the
I
things
forgot
that
about it
you
then.
you put on your character at the beginning of character creation are in
Right,
that bag. They're now
My bad.
yours, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay. So.
drip feed.
Do we have? Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have enough money to cover taxi?
Well, we can see.
Or
Weaver, you want to try to use that drip feed account? Get some cash.
Yes, please.
I'll use mine too.
Okay. See what money I'll come up with. He says 10 quid until you mention, like he says, it says 10 quid to get you to the edge of Bottletown. After that, he's thinking about it. Roll your drip feed. See how much money you got. All right, so drip feed. What does that give you again, DJ Weaver? Let's see.
Yeah, 1 through 3 on a D6.
I don't know why I don't. Oh yeah, here it is.
Whew.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna roll a d6 for drip for Weaver first. Weaver, the card, it says once per day the player maxes drip feed terminal and results of 1 to 3 on a d6 receives. The account does not deactivate after one use. Like the Cypher drip feed card, it's a functioning account registered. Yeah, so that day it tells you that you've used your drip feed too much. You have to wait.
Nada. Alrighty.
All right, what about Robin Page?
Yeah, I'll try mine. And when I go up, I'm because I know Reese gave me this card. It's not my account. I'm like,
Right.
You better work, you mother.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Reese's card. It was in the bag.
Oh God. All right, here we go.
You swap it immediately. The cop show.
That's funny.
That would
That was
suck
the weirdest
so
laugh.
much.
Sorry.
Uh,
Okay. Swipe it. Roll a d6.
Here we go.
Ah,
My God.
Reese has apparently used the shit out of this card, and they're telling him no more.
You
No
son
more.
of a bitch.
I mean, he can't sell feathers. He's terrible at his job. So So 10 quid, and he says it's going to cost you another 10 to get through. No, he says 20 quid to go into Bottletown, just to go into Bottletown, and drop you near the old abandoned
per
rail
person
station.
or for the whole carload?
Yeah, total trip, 30 quid.
I'll pay for it. Whatever.
Okay, all right, 30 quid it is. So you guys know when you get to the border of Bottletown, because you see this rusted old giant contraption, right? It on the side of the road, off of the sidewalk, and it has this like dulled, like scratched up paint of like a bottle on it. Okay, and it's all scratched off, and the machine looks like it hasn't run in like 20 years, and there's broken glass everywhere. I mean, everywhere. It's so bad that the guy driving the taxi has to veer off the road a little bit up onto the curb just to get around all the bottles that are piling up on the streets. And the further he goes in, you see that this is still the same. The problem is everywhere. Okay? Everywhere in this area, it just seems to be like this mix of clear and green glass bottles. Okay, so for those of you who live in Manchester, Bottletown kind of became named that because years ago, to help with the recycling problem and the usage problem in the city, they put these giant vending collection places up for the city to take these things in and put these things in there, and like bottles and stuff. But the city stopped maintaining them, and the people in the city just didn't give a shit, and they just kept throwing the bottles into Bottletown. And now it's almost tradition, right? If you're in a car or something, or you just happen to be near the streets nearby, you take your garbage, your bottles, and you throw it into Bottletown. But that whole like block or so where you first come in, probably actually more than that, because even the people in Bottletown do it. So walking through Bottletown is like navigating these like cleared passages where people walk around broken glass everywhere. And so he pulls the car over, and you're about a half a mile from it, and he says, "This is the closest I can get." You're seeing there's broken glass everywhere. He says, 30 quid ain't worth my tires.
Man, I'm not wearing shoes.
Well, dogs have an armor of 1, so it's almost like you have tough feet, right?
Oh yeah.
But glass still hurts.
It probably does still hurt, but it's more like annoying, like walking on like pea gravel, pain,
Yeah,
as opposed to like other humans, like Bruce Willis, John McClane, and Die Hard. You won't get your foot all cut up and shit.
Well, your feet, they get calloused, I think.
Yeah, like a dog's paw. You ever seen their paw,
mean,
right?
I've
Yeah.
been walking around prison barefoot, so YOLO.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So is that what you guys do? You gonna kind of make your way through the meandering paths of Bottletown?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess so.
And
Do we know where the locker is?
yeah, it's in the abandoned rail station in this area of Bottletown, and he points it out to you. It gives you the street name, and so you guys are, and so you kind of see it off in the distance, and you're making your way there. There's like nobody around it at all, and you see the steps leading down into it. It's just littered with bottles. In fact, at the bottom of those steps, there is probably about 2 foot high of bottles. You look over to your left and straight ahead, you see that there used to be like a glass like roof over the train station, but it's underground. But it's kind of like this like raised glass kind of dome thing. It's shattered in. If you didn't want to try to make your way down the bottle mess and maze down this stairwell, you could go in through the broken glass dome, the train station. Whichever one.
I don't have any rope, so
Yeah.
ooh. Can I at least go? I want to go over to the glass dome and look down and get a lay of the land.
Yeah, you look down and you see you see the train station, right? And there's no trains here, right? Because it's been abandoned.
Yeah.
They got everything valuable out. No, actually, you see one train, but it looks like broken down and shit. Like it's just probably doesn't even run. And you see a bipedaled, rusted up autogen digging through the trash.
Just one? Cool.
Yep, just one.
It looks like your people, man.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say this.
Okay. I mean, I see no reason to actually converse with
Yeah. You
one
gotta
autogen,
yell down
so
to him. He's like 20 feet away from you down at the bottom, but you can.
No, I mean I'm saying like if there's only one, we can just try and walk past and get.
Yeah.
You have to climb down though.
Okay.
Yeah, into the dome, right? But you see that like people have done it before. Like there's
Okay.
actually like broken beams and stuff, like kind of bent down, and it looks
Okay.
like the autogen probably climb like monkeys down into here with these
Okay.
beams. Yeah.
But you said there was another entrance, right?
Yeah, there's a stairwell, but it's littered with glass bottles. You can go down there, but I'm telling you, you'll probably get hurt or cut up from all the bottles. There's like 2 feet of.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, all the bottles roll down to the foot of the stairs. They got nowhere else to go. They pile up down at the bottom of the stairs.
So, sorry, go ahead.
No, good.
No, you go ahead.
Are we all going, or do you just want me to try and go? Because magic.
I think that's a great idea. Only one person go, in case shit goes wrong.
I mean, would they be upset about a dog coming with you? Because I mean, dogs are dogs.
You don't know if they're a purist gang. I mean, they seem to be an autogen entirely, but I mean, you don't know if what level of purism that goes, right?
Yeah, but I'm like, why
So-
do purists have issues with freaking dogs? Like even
Yeah, they don't always,
they're
right?
just
I
regular
mean,
dogs.
They
Yeah.
smell funny.
Dogs-
And they pee on stuff. I
yeah,
mean,
pure dogs tend to get kind of like the better end of the deal, right?
Yeah.
As far as because they're just still seen as dogs, right? Pure dogs, not the mutt, like the mutts, you know?
Whoa, now.
Yeah.
Them's fighting
Yeah.
words.
I'm just using the proper modus slang that people use in the setting. So,
So yeah, I can go with him.
yeah,
I
you want to go with him? Sure. Jeff, you think you can? You think you could leap down, Jeff? A couple levels. You being a dog and being pretty agile stuff, and get down there safely.
He's a dog, not a cat.
But I will still say it's going to be a difficulty. You got climbing, right?
No, I have the jumping skill. Though.
Oh, that's actually why I was pointing out. I thought you had one or the other. Climbing, jumping. You have trained.
Yes.
I'll say for you it'd be difficulty 1, which would basically be easy peasy. You're trained in it. Look, whew, you
Unless I
needed
do
it.
that.
You needed it. You made it.
Oh, I made it.
trained.
Okay.
Yeah, you trained
Oh,
because
that's
you're trained. You
because
stepped
I'm
it down
trained,
to
that's
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Woo.
Wait, no, you didn't make it. No, you didn't. It would say 3 or higher. I'm sorry, I keep getting thrown off. It would say 2 there instead of the 1 beside it. I keep forgetting how Fantasy Grounds writes that. The chance they get Hep B, Nova says. Pretty fucking good chance. All right.
Oh well.
Yeah, so Jeff, you failed. You can do a reroll if you want, but
How's that work?
it costs you XP.
Yeah, I'll take
Nope.
the damage.
Okay, so who's going down first? This will be important to see what happens next.
I wanted to just frame warp down,
Nice.
bypass this climbing
Nice.
bullshit.
But do you go down before Jeff or after Jeff?
Probably best if you went down first.
Yeah,
just because
probably.
Yeah.
A dog shows up by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeff, you take 2 might damage as you roll to the ground. You make it to the beam, but your feet slip, and then you roll. You do land on the platform, Jeff, but you take 2 physical damage. Take 2 might damage.
Okay. That's fine.
And even you warp down to the level below. The autogen turns and looks at Jeff. And if you can imagine what a robo sounds like when he's sniffing, that's what you hear. And you see a blade out of his arm.
Whoa,
And he starts walking over to the dog. But then he
whoa.
looks at you and just kind of pauses for a moment. And you hear, who are you?
Who am I? I'm even one. He's with me. We're cool.
I'm George.
Nice to meet you, George.
He says, you sure? And he looks at the dog again, blade still out.
Yeah, he's cool. He's
I
just a friend.
I actually play the whole innocent dog thing. Like he's sitting there and just, like big
See,
grin on his face.
He's got like
tongue
half a
down.
wit in there. He's just the happy, smiley guy. He's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just likes to follow me around.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he's thinking about something, right? He's still eyeballing the dog. You don't think he was gonna. You don't know why he wanted the dog, but you get the sense that. I really don't know how to convey this, I guess. No, that's all. He's just eyeballing the dog still. But he says, okay, what do you want? You didn't prepare anything. You just came down
Of
here and
course
just...
not.
The Hobo Robo wants to know why the fuck you're in the train station, man.
Locker room talk.
Oh, come on, make it a good one.
We lost his favorite tennis ball.
Even the
We think
dog's
he
looking
fell
at you
down
like
here.
I'm
Lost
looking
his
at you
favorite
like,
tennis ball? You know what, Jeremy? I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Don't we just need to take the train?
He says,
Just let him, yeah.
he says, it probably rolled that way, and he points down the the platform.
Thank you. They're just gonna move away where he pointed.
my God.
That's funny. He's still
Well, at
eyeballing
least
the
you're not
dog,
the
and he
speaker.
says, "I'll help you look."
Okay.
You get the sense that he doesn't want the dog to get out of his sight.
Okay.
You can make a persuasion roll to try to get him to leave y'all alone, though.
Man, I'm glad I didn't go down.
Could. But I could also fail at several other things.
I know.
Too. Are we, do I know where the hell the lockers are?
Yeah, you know how these train stations are usually set up.
Okay.
I mean, they're down like a platform path and just kind of off the way a little bit.
I'll say, hey, if he's bothering, if you're worried about him, he can just wait back there. I'm just gonna walk right over here and look, pointing towards the
right.
lockers.
Okay.
And
So you get down over there to the lockers, and Jeff, do you kind of understand what Evan's saying, or do you keep following?
And I'm like shooing
Um,
back.
I kind of let out that little whine, like I'm not so sure about this. But then he sits
All right.
and waits.
All right. So you sit and wait, and the whole time you're sitting and waiting, Jeff, that fucking George is staring at you. He's just staring at you with his blade out. All right. And so Jeremy, you start heading down that path, and when you get down close to the end, you see a robo come out of the shadows. A rather large robo. Okay.
No.
And this guy, I'll actually share you a picture on. I can't share it unfortunately on the stream, guys. Sorry, but I'll share it in the you guys.
Yikes.
Actually, unfortunately, Eddie can't see it. It's got like this beady red eye in the center, and these badass looking armor on it, and 4 arms. 4 arms, and it stands about 7.5 feet tall.
Can we see it? The rest of us who didn't go down.
You see a big shadow step out, but it's like way at the periphery of your vision. If you have a skill like spotting or something like that, you know, I can say make an intellect roll to see if you make out more. You want to do that?
Nah, it's all right. I'm good.
Let's see, do I have
Hey there, big fella. Hi.
And he doesn't speak, and he just kind of stares at you, and he says, "Unfamiliar, terminate." And he starts to like unsheath these steel blades in like actual hands, and starts coming towards you. And then you see a figure kind of step out of the shadows and say, "Hold on, hold on." And he looks kind of similar to George, but with, you see a little bit of, like there's some man in him maybe. Just a hint, right?
Mm.
So it looks like his face is completely robo, and his whole head is completely robo, but you see like his spine and stuff looks to be human. And like at his elbows, instead of having like human elbows, he's got like servos and stuff like that. And like, so it's like this weird mix mash of flesh and hydraulics and steel. And he says, "Tell us the truth. Not what you told George. Tell us the truth."
I'm on a wild goose chase. Somebody claimed they left something in a locker a while ago, and I'm just trying to check so that he'll pay me and shut up and go away.
I like it. It's good.
What's in the locker?
A little box or something? I mean, little container. I don't know. It's supposed to have like some sort of personal feather thing, memory, not
A feather?
that his what am I the words I'm trying to use? Sentimental value.
If you
I
can
don't
see
know.
a droid, like a robo, narrow his eyes. He narrows his eyes. Make an intellect roll. If you got anything like persuasion or deception or whatever, now would be the time to roll it. This is when you need Weaver to talk.
Yeah, exactly. No. Let's roll. Yeah, that's a 1.
Nice.
Oh,
So this is what happens. This is what he
can I
says.
spend an experience to not have that.
You can.
Oh,
You can
let's
have
do
spend
that.
1 experience
Back
points
down to
to.
1.
Actually, hold on.
Hold on.
I don't think
Or
you can
I?
re-roll. Hold on, GM intrusions. Let me
Doesn't
find out.
help.
Doesn't help. But I want to hold on. I want to make sure you see if you can re-roll GM intrusions.
It's like the
Probably
epic,
can't.
the most epic roll chain I've ever seen happen.
I gotta find out. Maybe somebody in chat maybe knows. I don't know. Cyber
Oh
systems.
my god.
New to my
We're
viewers.
fucked. We're so
DM intrusions. Okay.
That's okay. We'll just have to kill them all.
Yeah.
Kill them all? No, I'm just gonna bounce out of here.
No, you can re-roll it. You can re-roll it if you
Okay,
if you want to
well,
do that.
I got a 2, so
Okay, so let's take away 1 XP.
yes, I'm down to 1.
Okay.
And
All
it's not a GM intrusion, but you still failed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you failed, and he looks at you, but since you didn't get the 1, it's not terrible for you, right? He says, tell me which locker, or we're gonna rip you apart. Servo, mainframe, everything, pieces.
Calm down. It's locker whatever number he said it was.
He says, thank
I
you.
wouldn't be surprised if he was lying, or no, not lying. If he was wrong, because dude doesn't seem that smart.
I'll be the judge of that. And he goes over to the locker, and he slams his fist into it, and just rips the door off the hinge. And he says, what's the code?
Did dude actually?
Sure, we can say Reese told you. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So you give him the code.
Sure.
And so he takes his like robo hands in there and and you see a little bit of a flare of light inside, almost like he's touching the keypad.
Yeah.
And he says, thank you. You're free to go. And he takes the black feather out with another black feather and a blue. Takes all 3 out. Puts them in the pocket of his pants. You still rolled a 2, man. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of something that I don't.
So his hidden compartment wasn't very hidden at all.
A friggin' 7-foot robot in front of me and this guy. So who are you?
He says, I'm the leader of Project AO.
That doesn't mean anything to me, does it?
It's the gang.
Okay. So how many of those you got now?
2 black feathers and a blue is what he got out of there.
Oh no! Wait. He took 2 black feathers out of the thing. Oh, okay. Oh, because dude told us one of them was used up.
No, it's black. It's black.
Oh.
They're both black. It's not cream colored.
Oh.
Do I notice any like weird expressions out of George, or is he getting itchy?
I'll say that George has like a little like robo screen, right? Kind of like, you ever seen the movie Moon, where like you can see the emotions of, there's a smiley face on it and it's licking its lips.
Oh, they're trying to trip.
Is he looking at me?
Yeah, he's been staring at you the entire time.
Are we close enough that we can still see where Stray is? The rest of us that didn't go down.
Yeah, you can all see Stray down there. He's like sitting on the
Just
ground,
staring at the robot.
staring at the ground. Robot, yeah. George, yeah.
Do I have any idea how much like street value a black feather would be?
If you sold it, I mean, yeah, it'd have pretty good street value for sure.
Okay, so I
as a GM don't know offhand, but it would be worth plenty of money. Yeah,
it's worth more than like me trying to ask him, hey, what would you want for that?
You don't have
No
money to pay for
longer
that. Yeah, feather.
Stray, the dog is no longer in a like a friendly position. He's more. He's not growling, but he's ready.
All right.
Come on, man.
tail up.
What you got to do me this way for? I just trying to get dude's stuff.
He says,
What did I do to you? I'm just trying to get the box or whatever it was.
"You did me a favor. Now I have feathers I didn't have before." And he winks at you.
What a douche. I would have just punched him.
Jump down there and punch him. Jump down there and fight him. Come get
Can we
your feathers.
see that though? I thought we were kind of too far away.
You can. I'm sure that you can see that there's like a standoff down there, and you can see that the stray is getting very aggressive.
Yeah, I'm getting a little agitated.
Yeah.
The tail quit wagging. He's standing
You can
up.
see
and
that it's
says,
escalating.
"Down."
I'm gonna let him have his moment.
You think
gonna
that
keep
actually, Paige, you think that you could climb down right now, and there's a chance they might not see you because they're distracted.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, you're not supposed to give me good ideas. No, yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead
Yeah,
and
that's my
climb
job.
down, and then I guess like as I'm climbing down, I'm gonna look for a way that I can get so that big bad dude is in between me and even.
Okay, so you're gonna come up behind the big bad dude. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like
Okay.
in between us.
So you're gonna try to like maybe circle around somewhere in the bus station, like do like a
Yeah.
doorway or something to sneak around,
Yeah.
like a maintenance door or something.
If it's possible.
Okay, well first we're gonna do one step at a time. We're gonna make a climb roll. Difficulty, I believe it was 3. It's 2 for Jeff, so it's 3 for you guys. So
Untrained, I get. Unless you want to count my escape artist.
no,
For,
sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's all good.
Look at that.
Hey!
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I'll say with the 20, we don't have to roll stealth. He doesn't see you coming. I'll even say that you get in that optimum position you want to be in.
Yes.
So even you actually see in the shadows. Well, I'm assuming Paige, are you gonna alert him that you're
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
kinda
like
coming
making
around?
hand signals or something
Uh-huh.
till I see him make eye contact with me, that he knows that I'm there.
Okay.
I don't know.
What about Hack and Weaver? What are y'all doing this?
So I was going to ask, as far as hacking this thing, they don't buy or anything like that, do they?
No, they
Right.
probably switch it off. I mean, they would, but there's probably like they may keep like cameras and stuff maintained down here, right? You can actually do a scan of their system, right, and see if they got anything. Because they're auto gens, right? They tend to auto gen their areas up, right? They tend to like install like technology when they go places.
Okay.
So make an intellect roll, just to search the area and see if you find anything.
That's intellect defense.
We'll say this would be computers, not hacking,
Computers.
just to scan the area.
Shit.
No, 2's enough. That's enough to just like scan the area and find. Okay, so you see that they've actually installed like rudimentary, like installed, but still installed. They installed one, I shit you not, like old turret system that they stole from the MPD or got a hold of from the MPD up in the main room. It's basically a defense measure if they ever get attacked by another gang. And they got it set so they can wirelessly like activate it.
Okay. Probably should shut that down.
Or you can try to take control of it.
That is. So I do that. Hacking.
All right. I'll say oh man. I'm gonna say it's difficulty 4. But if you throw in hacking and then you use your like, effort or something, you can probably do it pretty easily.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So
What is
Marka,
effort?
did you put it on there?
Hmm.
Nope. You want to do a reroll? Or you gonna keep it?
I'll do a reroll. If I get the effort, I get the reroll, right?
Effort. You didn't mark the effort when you rolled it, but you still would have failed even with the effort
Oh, okay.
because you had to roll a 6 or higher. But you can spend 1 XP, and well, you don't have 1 XP.
Yeah, I already spent it.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't reroll, unfortunately.
Shit. Okay.
Weaver, what about you, buddy? while Sean thinks about what else he wants to do.
Okay.
You got anything you want to do?
I think it's time to bust out my limbic splitter. See if I can untense the situation a little bit. Like,
Okay.
ease everyone into a good mood.
Hmm.
I probably have to jump down.
That seems like something that would have ability. Like you'd have to get to your levels. Like to be able to do it in a combat situation. It seems like something you'd have to get from like your works the room as you level up, wouldn't it?
Probably.
I'll say that you can use a limbic splitter to maybe distract them. Or like maybe
about
like
my
cause interference. So like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What I
okay.
was thinking.
Alright. Okay, so essentially you're prepared to fire up the guitar and the limbic splitter when the action goes down, right?
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm starting to growl pretty at the one that I'm looking at
Yeah.
who has the knife out and he's taunting me on
Okay.
the view screen. I'm like, if you want a piece of me, come get some.
You say that in dog?
Yeah,
Nice.
dog.
Nice. Alright, so what
I'm trying to stall and trying to find out if he likes blurb flies. And if that falls flat, I'm like, well, my family's got this pharmaceutical thing. If you, and it's, yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
my stall tactics.
you
until-
successfully stalled.
Sweet.
Because like he likes blurb flies, and he talks about how he likes to inject cortex jammers, give him the high, but like at that point you see.
Would you be willing to
Paige.
trade? I've
Afraid of what?
I might, if you're not going to take it from me, I might have a cortex jammer up at the top outside of here.
He says these feathers are worth a lot more than one cortex jammer, buddy. I know the street value of cortex.
Fine.
And so, but you've successfully stalled him as
Okay.
Paige comes around the back. You can see her.
Can I see where is he still holding the feathers in a like out in his hands, or has he like
He stuffed them
possibly
in his pocket, but you know which pocket they're in. They're in his left pocket. You know what? If you want to, you know what I'll say is I'll say that he's been playing with his hands when he's been talking to maybe like Jeremy's character, even one, and he's like pointing and stuff, and like he's got the feathers scrunched up in his hand while he's doing it
Okay.
with the same hand. Now,
Can
what are you
I
thinking here?
Okay, can I use my it's gonna sound crazy, but can I use my body vase and get myself all oily? And then I'm just gonna make a leap and try to like grab them or something, but I'll be too slippery for him to grab onto me.
That's actually a fair idea. So fucking weird, though. All right. Yeah, so you start, like, lathering yourself down back there. All right.
And then I'm just gonna run and jump and hope that I connect.
I'm hoping you intentionally keep your hands, though, not lathered, right? So you can grip onto the feather. Okay, all right.
Grab them. But
Okay.
like the rest of me just like glistening.
Let me see what Body Fast does. I think it should give you at least an asset here in this situation. Let's fuck me, this game. This game's so weird sometimes. All right. Body Vaz.
It says it's a personal lubricant.
Body Vaz
okay?
is a contraceptive, personal lubricant, and moisturizer. Also protects against absorption of chemicals and transdermal poisons. Takes 1 minute to apply. I love the idea that if he even wants to keep him talking for 1 fucking minute while you put this on. Where does the conversation go from there?
Well,
After
blurb flies,
cortex jammers
I can yammer on about those for days.
It looks like she's putting sunblock on or something back there while you're talking. I can't believe we found a use for body vaz in the first session. All right. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what else to say other than fucking do it. All right. So make a speed roll. Okay. So the creatures. Let me figure out what his level is. It's the smaller one, not the big one that's got it.
Yeah.
So let me look up his stuff. Robo Ganger. He's a difficulty 3.
Oh shoot! Sorry, I didn't mean to roll. My bad.
It's fine.
Finger slipped.
Yeah. It's difficulty 3. He's a difficulty 3. Now, I will say that it's 1 difficulty less because of the body vaz. So that's 2. That's 2. Do you want to spend any effort or anything, or?
No.
Okay. You sure? Everybody's rolling 2s and
have a
1s
good-
today. You sure?
I have a good feeling about this.
All right. Okay. Roll that.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty good. That's
All
pretty
right. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. So you just leap in there from behind. Describe that to us. You just
And then
leap
I
in.
Yeah. Hail Mary.
Do you just like grab it and just keep running, or you just?
I didn't really think it through that far. So yeah, I mean, I would just if I get a hold of it, then I just okay. Do I have both of them
Both of what?
or the black feathers? Or I
Oh
guess
yeah.
it's
If you
all of
reach
them.
in, you got his handful of
All of
feathers that he had in his
Okay.
hand. Yes.
Do I? So
Yes,
on
keep
landing,
running.
well, I want to split them up just in case one of us gets
Ah.
caught. So I'm gonna like run towards him and pass one off to him, and then I'm just gonna look for like my next closest exit and like go the opposite direction.
Okay.
That's my
Because you're delaying, both of you are delaying, I'm going to make your escape 1 difficulty higher. Because you're delaying to split up the. But
Yeah.
then both of you have to roll a successful check to escape.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But if one of you succeeds, you're in the clear. The thing is, you don't know which feather's which.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just
Yeah.
banking on that.
All right.
One of us
So,
makes it out. Hopefully.
Strayed, what do you do when you see her dart and grab these feathers and just shove one into even one's chest and then just keep running? What do you do? You're seeing this. Jeff?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
half asleep over
Using
here.
yeah, I know this
Um,
time change is throwing everybody off. It's understandable.
No, I didn't get any sleep last night.
Oh.
But no, what was that?
The question
Sorry.
was, is she hands off this feather, another feather, to even one, so that way they split them up, and they're going to run for it.
Okay.
What do you do? Because they're running towards you. I'm assuming.
I tackled George.
So you're gonna knock George to the ground so he doesn't stand
I was
between
getting
them
ready
and.
to.
Okay,
yeah.
so I would think that's a might roll because it's
Right.
tackling. So
Right.
Jeff, make a George is a difficulty 3, unless you have a. Oh, you know what? I'll add jumping in there, so it makes it difficulty 2. So just roll a jumping roll. If you want to add effort to make sure it goes off, you're welcome to.
Yeah, we'll just do the jumping roll. So.
All right.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, I did it. All right. So you pile on George, and George just falls to the ground and collapses under your weight. And so now George doesn't stand between y'all and exit. So you know what? I will actually reduce the difficulty again by 1 step because George doesn't stand in your way. So now you got an even target difficulty 3 to do this. Even 1 and Paige need both of you to make a speed roll. And I'll allow you, Paige, to add escape artist to this.
Yes.
Because if someone grabs you anyways, you could slip out. But Paige, you also will get an asset, and I'll apply it actually, because you're covered in body vaz. You're not gonna
Nice.
it's hard to get caught. Okay, so difficulty 3 for even 1, and go ahead and roll yours, Paige. I've already added the asset.
Just praying to the dice gods. They don't love me though.
No, actually, you made it. Yeah, you made it.
Yay!
With all the bonuses and everything, you made it.
So to do effort, it costs. Normally, it costs 3 points, right? Of whatever
Yes.
thing. Okay,
Yes.
cool. I'm gonna use my kinetic math magician ability
Nice.
to use intellect
Mhm.
for the effort. So that
Nice.
goes down
I
instead.
almost took that.
Hey, can't you
And-
teleport too?
Yeah, but this is, I mean, I think the chase scene is more of a slightly different concept, I guess. I don't know.
Well, how does the running?
Oh,
How does the running work?
Well,
What now?
How does the running work? Like, I'm sorry. How does the warping thing work?
It just, I do a long range move instead of a short range move, without having to actually pass through the whole thing. But there's, if I took damage during my action, then I would only move a short move, kind of a thing. But it's still, mathematical manipulating of
Yeah.
distance.
You didn't want to do that.
Well, I mean, sure, but I
mean,
didn't think I was going to be able to.
Wow.
I don't know. Because it seemed more dramatically appropriate to actually roll the die.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And then I rolled the 1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you just maybe your first instinct was to run, right? I mean, that's just
Exactly.
everyone's first instinct. You get the feather thrown in your, and
Yeah.
so you.
I would like to spend my last XP to re-roll that, please.
Oh, now you're pulling a Weaver. You're doing like Eddie, using those XPs to get away. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Let's
Re-roll that. Or if you want to, instead of spend the XP to re-roll, I'll say you can spend the XP to just do the warp.
Can I just do that?
Yeah, sure. Like you're like so you start to just run, right?
Yeah.
And you look behind you, and this Gen 8 Slayer is coming up. Yeah, he's called a Gen 8 Slayer. They're assassination like robos, and swings this blade down on top of you, and maybe you slipped and fell to the ground because you just lost your footing, and you see it coming down. You're like, "Fuck!" and you just raise the warp at the last moment and through. Do you jump up to the level above, back up outside? It says
As
long
long as
range.
it's
You can go
close
long
enough,
range.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. So now it's Stray and Paige down there. Okay. So Paige, well, you made your contortionist roll, but now I'm thinking, how are you going to climb up the glass dome covered in body vase?
I never said I was smart. I mean, I am smart, but
You can start looking for another exit. Because, I mean, there's got to be things like maintenance tunnels and stuff down here. You know what? While you were searching around, make an intellect roll to see if you spotted, like, a maintenance, like, passageway or something while you were down here sneaking around. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say you spotted a maintenance pathway. And do you communicate this in any way to Jeff's character? Because you're both running.
Yeah. I'll, bark or growl or whatever in a way that he understands. I'm like, I found a tunnel.
Yeah. All right.
all right.
Good deal. Good deal.
Luckily, I'm specialized in running.
That's right. Roll that, Jeff. She rolled hers. Now if you roll yours. All you got to roll is a 3 or higher. Look at you.
I
Look
really,
at that. Nice.
Showing
Because,
off.
yeah, he darts. Well, he would dart past you if he didn't need to know where this maintenance tunnel was.
yeah.
He would if he didn't have to know. And so you guys escape. Paige runs out in front of you, slings open a door because Jeff has no hands, and you guys get to a ladder.
Oh.
Jeff,
Oh my god.
you get 1 XP, buddy.
Mm. Let's see. Let me add that really quick for
Or you can re-roll and say, no, it's a door and a small set of stairs instead of a ladder. If you don't want the GM intrusion.
Nah, I'll take it.
It's like
What
just
kind
like
of
give me
dog
those
do you-
XPs.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you level up? Did you spend any ranking up?
No, I haven't.
Jeez, you got a lot of fucking XP.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to use someone else next game. Fuck, I've been giving them to you well, that's only twice. Yeah, it's only twice.
I'll make basically hightail it where the stairs would have led, like going to the
Yeah.
go out that way.
Okay, it means you're gonna have to double back to do
Yeah.
that.
That's fine.
And so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have we're gonna make this contested roll between you and the Robo Slayer. Okay.
Okay.
So it's going to be a difficulty,
running.
and yeah, it's going to be difficulty 4 to get past this guy. If you fail, he gets in front of you and blocks your exit.
Okay, so we'll spend effort. So that adds an asset, right?
Yep.
Ooh, that would have been barely. If it was difficulty 4,
Ooh.
specialized plus
that.
asset.
I got you. Luckily,
Barely
you rolled
got
that
it.
effort. Thank goodness, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the Slayer bot with its blades and stuff jumps out in front of you, Jeff, and you duck down low to the ground and slide underneath it, and then you get to the bottles and like the piled up bottles and stuff, and you think about it. Well, I'm a pure dog. I'm not as heavy as everybody else, and you just like lithfully leap on top of the glass. I'm gonna still say you take 2 might damage, Jeff, from getting cut up by glass and things.
Right.
And then you make your way up the stairs. Anybody else would have probably taken a lot more, but you got only take 2. Yeah, so now everyone is back up to the top. What do you guys do now? Y'all just keep darting off, trying to run away, everybody together?
Yeah, that's
What's funny is I like the image that Weaver is up at the top of the stairs with like he's hooking up a fucking boombox looking thing.
Yeah, I'm finishing up my equipment, like setting up, and now everybody's like climbing back up.
I'm like, let's get out of here. We're all like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we need
Just
to
keep
go.
moving.
Yeah.
All right, very
Like
cool.
right now.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so you guys have 2 black feathers and a blue feather, and you guys escape from the rail station. So, good job, guys. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up for the evening. We're gonna just talk real quick and check in with each player. So, what'd you guys think about that session? Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Sorry you didn't get to do a whole lot there, Weaver. So you're kind of quiet though.
It's cool.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I was trying to figure out how Jeff got so much XP, but I think someone else gave him XP, and then he also had 2 intrusions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had 2
so-
intrusions in this game, and then
Yeah, this game is a balancing act
I
between.
already had like 4 or 5.
yeah.
I think.
Well, you had 4 and
I
then we
gave him
started.
one last session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, I
it's
did.
balancing act for this game, right? I have to remember who's got what and kind of try to keep a balance to things, you know.
And I also need to look at how to spend.
But
that.
but see, with your character, I like have to take the opportunities where I can, right? Because I'm actually as a GM thinking of ways like how can I fucking like intrude on you, you know? You're just a little bit more difficult to get my head around sometimes. So, but cool. We're gonna wrap up here. You guys escaping, got the feather in hand, and next session we'll be getting to take that feather, slip into the dream, and see if you can find
Y'all
yourself
gotta
an
come up
Alton
with a
Gray.
better name.
I'm sorry?
Y'all have to come up with a better name for the dog.
Stray.
That's cool. Just try not to do it between sessions so I can fix the overlay. Or try to do it between sessions so I can fix the overlay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
We'll figure
like a poll.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Man, we sure do appreciate the support tonight. Yeah, thank you, Theodore, man. Awesome to see you over here, man. Yeah, so we're going to be back next week, same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do it for the next 4 to 5 weeks. Also, I know this is kind of late talking about this, but today was Extra Life. This whole weekend was Extra Life. Please go to MontyCookGames.com. I'm sorry, Monty Cook Games. Look it up. They're supporting Extra Life. If you give them $15, if you donate $15 to Extra Life, you get a free adventure. So yeah, just do that, man. Plus D&Ds and stuff, all part of that. I would have been doing Extra Life with the donations and stuff, but I didn't even know it until like yesterday. So it kind of caught me off guard. So please do that. Anyways, so signing off. See y'all next week. Later.